It's time for high school football, presented by TISD and Cox Communications of Tyler. Brought to you by Dairy Queen and Supercuts. Also brought to you by these sponsors. Get ready, high school football is just ahead.
Okay, we'd like you to try 2 frozen lattes. One is from a national chain of coffee shops, and the other is new from Dairy Queen.
This one's fantastic.
Looks like you chose the new DQ Latte. Great. Okay, you can give it back now.
Test is over. Let's go.
The new DQ Latte frozen blended coffee, made with creamy DQ soft serve in 3 tempting flavors. Grab one and DQ something different.
Likes it a lot.
Men, I think our racing team needs to reflect our Supercut sponsorship. So, make some changes. First off, we're going to go to clear helmets so racing fans can see your fine Supercut hair.
Those are made out of glass.
Y'all be careful. Second, uniform change.
How are we supposed to drive? There's no armholes.
I haven't figured that one out yet, but we're working on that.
Man, I'm out of here.
Fellas,
You're out of your mind. That's not
where you going?
Supercuts, proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
Can you drive a stick?
To see this sign on your house, put this sign out front. Century 21 Advantage. Call or visit our website.
The daily download on Fuse. It's a countdown and free online music. But it's a long day if you're waiting for dial-up. Get Cox high-speed internet and go to Cox.net. Enter the Get Your Daily Download sweepstakes. Win a trip backstage with the host at Fuse's New York studio, or you could win a TV PC package. Activate Cox high-speed internet service and you'll get a cool Fuse watch. The daily download on Fuse. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Download your favorite songs in seconds with Cox high-speed internet. Go to Cox.net and order today.
Car shopping can be stressful. With all the clutter out there, it's hard to tell what to buy. But at Jim Lozier's Fire Station Auto Center, we believe that the simplest way is the best way. So we offer a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to sell with no hassles. Each vehicle has been through a 20-point inspection for quality assurance. You can shop in comfort under the awnings and check out our newly expanded lot with more inventory than ever before. Jim Lozier's Fire Station Auto Center on the corner of Glenwood and Vine and Tyler.
Here's a question. If you needed your insurance, who would you call? Not the name of the company, but the name of the person. You've got 2 seconds. Coming up blank, you may want to consider Allstate. You'd have a local agent you can count on, a licensed professional whose name you know, not just a number. You deserve a relationship with a real person.
For all your insurance needs, call the McIntyre Insurance Agency in the Albertson Shopping Center.
Hi, I'm Angie Billings. I have taught at Lee for 11 years. I teach English, and you're watching TISD Football on Cox.
The Red Raiders of Robert E. Lee and the Trojans of Trinity High School from Euless. In the booth with me tonight, Randy Johnson, Kerry Ainsworth. On the sidelines, Craig Smoke. Our studio producer, Justin Brinker. And the engineer tonight is Mike LaRue. The officials are from both Dallas and Houston. The referee is John Serrarati. Umpire Mike Starnes, Earl Greer, the head linesman, Bobby Wright, the line judge, and Willie Gonzalez, the back judge. and Craig down at midfield on the star with the coin flip.
All right, y'all went back and told your teammates what we said, right? Any problems with the football? We can play football. Y'all won the toss, right? Like to receive? You guys chose that in? Put around, put your backs down there, swing around.
Robert E. Lee has won the coin toss, and they will receive from what is the, again, the tunnel side of the stadium. Trinity will kick off from the other side, which is the large tunnel of the stadium. Randy, Kerry, your thoughts about this one? Lee has been building for this moment for a long, long time. 2 years ago, so close. What do you think tonight?
Well, I think that first thing Lee needs to do is get rid of those Texas Stadium ghosts. They need to take care of the football. They need to play the game of their life for their coaches and their family in the city of Tyler, Texas.
Those are great points, Kerry. Furthermore, they have to come out and show that aggressive defensive notch that they've turned up every week the last few weeks and come out with that aggression when they get the ball on defense. First things first, though, get on offense and get points on the board early.
1994, John Tyler used Texas Stadium to vault them to a state championship. In 2000, they got there and lost to Katy. They won it in 73. Tyler High School played for it and won it back in 1930, and also played for it and lost in 1955. Robert E. Lee is looking to join that list of teams to play for a state championship. Mike Owens, and he was a coordinator under Ronnie Thompson at Jefferson High School in Port Arthur when they played Odessa Permian for a state championship right before he took over as head coach at Port Arthur Jefferson. Back deep for Lee is Tony Bush and Jason Williams. The last time Tony Bush received the kickoff against Trinity, he went 97 yards to give Lee a chance in that game, but then the Trinity offense took control and ran out the last 6+ minutes of that game. Here we go. Kicking off, Robert Pallas for Trinity. Fans on their feet on both sides, and the Lee crowd has come in droves tonight. Pallas, high pooch kick that Lee will catch. Royal at the 24, breaks a tackle, 25, and will be ridden out of bounds at the 28-yard line for Lee up front. It all starts with Saron Black, 6'5", 321 senior, Sam Banks, 5'9", 235 senior. Center Blake Larman, 5'10", 230 senior. Right guard Brian Culp, 6'1", 273 senior. Matt Holland at right tackle. Check that, Stephen Christian, 6'1", 256 senior. Tight ends are John Giles and Tyler Fleet. Wide receivers Walter Simpson and Tony Bush. Peyton Price, playing with a heavy heart because of the loss of his buddy Scotty Baker, has the number 2 and SB on his wristbands tonight for his friend that was killed on Monday night. And T.Y. Tyrone Ross, the tailback, and Josh Hill, the quarterback. They go T.Y. up the middle for 4 yards, maybe not quite that, outside the 30, and a gain of 3 for Trinity. Up front, Henry Nuate and Lepeti Tevi are the defensive ends. Mino Ali and Manaki Apo are the tackles. Alex Koshrar, Taylor Doty, and Jordan Jones, the linebackers. Matt Stewart and Daniel Hewitt are the corners, and Trunkin Tomko, he's a good one, and Sione Vaitai are the 2 safeties on 2nd down and 7 for Lee at their 31. Tight end, double set. Lone setback, T.Y. Josh will fake a handoff. Now in trouble, rolls and scrambles. 30, 35, 40, turns the corner, first down, 50. Into Trinity territory, runs over the safety. Big gain over Vaitai and a first down. Robert E. Lee at the 45-yard line. Gain of 24 yards for Josh Hill and a big scramble for the senior quarterback.
And alertly, Josh Hill just backs up in the pocket and he sees the convergence upon him. He just eschews his pass and brings it back to the near side, out racing 2 or 3 Trinity defenders to the near side, and picks up a big gainer for the first down of the ball game.
He had a big scramble for a touchdown for their first score when they played Trinity on September 17th. Lee at the 45, cluster formation. They run wing back reverse. That is Peyton Price, and he runs into the big old tackle, Lolatai and Apo, and the linebacker Jordan Jones. Gain of a yard, maybe 2, just inside the 44-yard line, and Matt Holland that time trying to lead the way for Robert E. Lee.
Misdirection with Apo there to meet him, and Jordan Jones, as you mentioned, also Taylor Doty, the middle linebacker, helping to converge for the Trinity Trojans.
Bush and Simpson far side for Lee. Lee is on, again, the press box side of the stadium. If you're watching TV, they would be on the TV camera side. Tight end is Fleet near side. Giles, the H-back, and Hill will throw again. Quick drop, sideline pass, caught Giles, 40, near a first down at the 36, a yard short. Vaitai knocks him out of bounds. Crisp throw that time to Giles, and a gain of 8. It's third down and a yard.
Well, he had plenty of protection. Give the offensive line credit for keeping the rush out of the picture, and he finds the safety flat valve actually on the tight end screen, sideways pass for the 8-yard gain.
Little outlet pass that time to Giles, the junior. 48 catches now in his career. 5 of them, including 2 this year, have been for scores. Lee will have third and a yard at the Trinity 36, and it's Peyton Price the lone setback. Tight end near side, T.Y. in motion. They run Peyton up the middle. First down, 30, inside the 30 at the 28. What a great block by Saron Black and a seal, along with Banks, Larman, Culp, and Christian to kind of shove Trinity off to the side, and a gain of 8 yards.
And just a great hole opens up right up the middle, too, with Larman pushing back, and he's hit initially by Oppo, and he bounces off and spins backwards for the nice first down gain for Peyton Price.
He almost kept his feet, and he almost scored. First down, Lee at the Trinity Trojans 28. Jonathan Williams in the slot, Simpson near side, offset on. Hill, T.Y. bounces outside 25, cuts it inside, down close to the 22. Nice, solid pickup of 6 yards, down to the Trinity 22-yard line. T.Y. had his helmet come off, and remember, he's nursing a very sore knee that was hyperextended last week in that win, and that's why he told me on the broadcast, Randy, I said he ran out of gas on the 63-yarder. He said, Mr. Smoke, it wasn't that I didn't have a gas tank left.
Well, he finds big Saron Black, the human island, to fall behind on that play, and it takes 3 white-shirted Trinity defenders to finally bring him down after a nice game of 6.
Second down, 4. Lee, opening drive, 9:08 to go. First quarter. Simpson split this way. Second down and 4. They run the stretch. T.Y. gets a block. Peyton, 20, 15, first down at the 12. John Giles with a nice block. Also Peyton Price with a nice block. 10-yard pickup. First down, Lee at the 11-yard line.
And the hole opens up on the stretch play, and as with the experience factor for Ross, he just waits patiently and finds a hole and squirts through it, and Lee is knocking on the door.
Simpson will check out here on first down, 10. Lee at the 11-yard line of the Trojans of Trinity. 8:48 to go. They set the sticks, and Bush goes far side. Giles, the H-back behind the tight end Fleet, offset eye. Josh, T.Y. gets a block at the 10, down to the 7. Really good tackle by 45 that time. Foster may have saved the touchdown. Again, a nice lead block by the fullback, and a gain of 5 for T.Y. down just inside the 6.
Well, as the play opens up, he gets that great push up front as Lee is just firing off and pushing back the front 4 of the Trinity Trojans, and Tyrone patiently finds a hole, and it takes a linebacker and a DB to bring him down.
Now this is when the big uglies up front, Tsunami Black and Banks and Larman and Culp, and also 61 Stephen Christian have to take over in the trenches. Trinity with a 6-man front. Second down and about 5. Run the stretch, T.Y., nothing there, misses a man, and he's going to be hit for a loss at the 10. Great defense that time. Trocon Tompo, a great safety, the senior, 6'1", 193, and Foster and Hewitt were there. Daniel Hewitt, the corner, and T.Y. had no room from the time he took the handoff and lost 4 yards. It sets up 3rd and 9, Lee, inside the Trinity 10.
Well, it started with Lepetti Tevi really pushing out on the right tackle and getting into the backfield, and then the 3 or 4 other Trinity defenders are there to wrap up Tyrone.
So here's a 3rd and 9. What Dalwin, the offensive coordinator, was hoping to do was throw when they didn't want you to, or then they didn't know you were. But that's the way it always is. Cluster formation near side. Lone setback, T.Y. They pitch it back to him. He gets a seal block at the 10, at the 5. He dives! Touchdown! Sam Banks with a great lead block, and I think they fooled him, Randy. 10 yards, T.Y. leans in and scores.
Well, they had the defensive backs pitch back deep in the backfield, in the end zone, actually. They do a quick pitch outside with a power swing, the wing T power running game set, and he breaks free and gets right across the goal line for 6.
They set up the cluster on the left-hand side, and I think Trinity thought there would be some sort of picks on a pass play, and a quick flip to T.Y., who broke a tackle at the 5 and powered in. Cole skates, the hold is Preston Hill. Snap from Giles. Here's the hold, here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. 7:10 to go, first quarter. Robert E. Lee 7, Trinity nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on News Talk 600 KTBB.
For the best treats and eats and hottest winning in Texas, you gotta go to DQ. Only DQ's got the classic 4-piece all-white chicken strip country basket served with fries, Texas toast, and the best green gravy anywhere for just $3.99. Only DQ's got a cool creamy banana split made with DQ soft serve for $1.99. And only DQ's got the peel away giveaway game where you can win food, treat prizes, or your chance to win a brand new Dodge Ram 1500 Lone Star Edition pickup.
Man, are we going to take every lap full speed?
Yeah!
Are we going to trade paint without fear?
Yeah!
Are we going to brush our hair 100 times a day and condition after every shampoo and choose the right hair color to match our skin tone? Tim?
Terry, I'm an autumn.
I'm a spring. Now let's go out there and win one!
Supercuts, proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
In the game of life, there are no timeouts, only time wasted. The path you choose now determines your future. But where can you go to find a sense of purpose? There is a place where team spirit steps off the field and into the classroom, where no victory goes unnoticed, and there's no such thing as wasted time. That place is Tyler Junior College, living life in color, never black and white. Come to Tyler Junior College. We're changing the game. We're changing lives.
7:10 to go, opening quarter, 7-0, Robert E. Lee. Dimitri Nance is back deep along with also number 3, that is Robert Davila, deep for Trinity.
10 plays, 72 yards, and 450, just what the doctor ordered. Tyrone Ross takes it over from the final 10 yards, and Skates adds a PAT at 7-0 lead.
Lee now with a 7-0 lead. Kicking off is Micah Johnson, the starting corner. Nance is the one that gashed him for 227 yards last time they met. Here's Micah, approaches at the 40. High, pretty deep. Nance at the 2. Looks for a wedge at the 5, 10, 15. At the 23, and Jason Stripling will knock him down. Up front, Ricard, Folahala, Simmons, Malatow at 6'2", 376. Chris Eve, tight end Allen Austin. Quarterback is Trevor Vitito. Rico Hamnick and Trey Welch, the wide receivers for Trinity, and Dimitri Nance and Akila Itiaki are the 2 backs. And Itiaki, who didn't even start much early, has 844 yards. Nance has 1,614, 41 touchdowns combined. Straight eye. At the 23, Vitito wants to throw. Over the middle, pass caught. Short gain out to the 32. Nice catch to number 11, Trey Welch. This Vitito kid is really red hot throwing the football. Up front for Lee. Sherfield and Mumphrey, the defensive ends. McKenzie, the tackle. Skates, DeHaven, Van Zandt, and Uzel, the 4 linebackers. Nicholson and Johnson, the corners. Takari and Cuba, the safety, and Jason Stripling is the bandit. Second down and about 2 for Trinity. Vitito in the shotgun. Snap. Nance up the middle at the 30. Spins away. 35. Bounces outside. 40. Breaks a tackle. Midfield. First down. That is what he did 11 weeks ago. It's not that you can't get to him. He's big, thick at the bottom. And he picked up a gain down into lead territory. Nope, just inside Trinity territory for a gain of 16 and a first down.
Well, he's hit by several lead defenders right near the line of scrimmage. He just breaks free and wrestles his way outside the sideline for a nice gainer.
So that is what Trinity knows they can do. Yep. Lee's offense is kind of giving a statement. Now Trinity will try to answer. They will split. Woolard, far side. Quick snap. Nance bounces it. Not much there. Great swarming defense. Sherfield, Van Zandt, Stripling, Uzel, and many others. And Nance got maybe a yard. Given 2 out to midfield, exactly 2nd down and 8.
Well, Trinity's line was not able to get a good push on that play as they did the prior play, but they get a push outside, and 3 Red Raiders are there to meet him after a short gain of 1.
Sam Banks checks in at nose tackle instead of Jacoby McKenzie. They'll bring Rico Hamnick to the near side. He has 6 touchdown catches. Caught one last week against Summit. At midfield, tight end far side. Scroggins in motion. Nance up the middle. They contain him, and they knock him down for a short gain of maybe a yard. Van Zandt jacked up on that play. Cuba and Stripling there as well.
Well, Banks leads the way by plugging the hole right at the center, and Nance tries to follow behind. Page trying to be patient, but then 3 other red shirts are there to swarm on top of him for a very short gain on second.
5:22 to go. First quarter, 7-0 Robert E. Lee. Trinity is at the Lee 49-yard line, and they have 3rd down and 7. 2 receivers already split far side, Hammock and Welch. Play clock at 10. Shotgun Vidito takes a drop, has time, over the middle, pass caught, first down at the Lee 39. I'm telling you, Vidito can throw it. Nicholson had pretty good coverage, in fact had really good coverage, but a strike to Hammock down to the 39 and a gain of 9 yards.
Well, he finds him, it's man-to-man coverage, and they're laying off just a little bit off the line of scrimmage, are the Lee corners, and he just throws a dart out to his wide receiver for the reception.
No pressure right now, as Lee is putting a lot of what they want to do on the ground game, but no pressure as they got those monsters up front. 1st and 10, Trinity at the Lee 39. Tight end near side, Scroggins. Lone setback now. Vidito, counter trade, nothing there. Nance stopped for a loss of a yard. Sam Banks, Mumphrey, Van Sant, Vidito. Everybody was there to knock him down for maybe a half a yard.
But that's the play they had great success the first time they played. A little delay, counter, back to the other side, and Lee's speed now in the field is helping to stop the play for no gain.
James Wilson has checked in for Ricky Sherfield, who's had an active start. 4:19 to go, first quarter. 7-0 Lee on 2nd down 11 for Trinity. Shotgun, in motion, Itiaki. Play action, Vidito. Over the middle, pass, caught, dropped by Hammock. He would have had a first down. Micah Johnson was there, and I think Jason Stripling forced a slightly errant pass, but it should have been caught for close to a first down at the Lee 30-yard line.
Give credit, too, up front for Lee, with Jacoby McKenzie putting on a nice late rush to the quarterback, and he might have rushed the pass just a split second, but the receiver out in the right flat just drops the football, and he should have made the catch.
LeDerick Handy is in the game. Sherfield back in for Lee to give him a pass rush on 3rd and 11 at the Lee 40. 4:05 to go, first quarter. Shotgun, 4 receivers set. Back to throw, Vidito has time, steps up, now pressured by Sherfield, gets away. Now has a man deep, throw sideline, first down. Oh, this guy's really having a nice streak. Micah Johnson knocks Woolard out at the 27. Sherfield almost got the sack. Then he got away from McKenzie and delivers a strike down to the 27 and a gain of 11 yards.
Give credit to his receivers, too, for waiting on their quarterback, who had to get away from a late rush as he pulls back to the near side of the field, and he finds a receiver right along the sideline for the first down pass.
When people ask me about the difference in this team, I told you the difference was Vidito now compared to what we knew Lee maybe have a better chance of shutting down the run because of the people who are back. Here's a quick snap. They run it to the fullback. Hanby got nothing there. Backside pressure. Cordero Mumphrey was there for Robert E. Lee, and so was Sherfield. But Vidito accurate. In fact, he has 1 incomplete pass, and that was because it was dropped. McKenzie out, and Gabriel Lacey is in the game at tackle for Lee.
Well, Lee's definitely playing towards the middle of the field. They're going to dare Trinity to throw the ball, apparently, to see if they can have great success down the field, and they're going to try to stop that run, which will be a good job if they can do so, David.
Lee had the long march. Trinity trying to answer. 2nd down at the Lee 26. Tight end far side. Vidito, swing pass to Nance at the 30, bounces outside, has room. Mumphrey will tackle him near a first down at the 20, down to the 18. That was a very well-designed play. They overloaded that side, and Nance goes down inside the 18 for what looks like close to a first down and a gain of 9. What a great hustle play by the defensive end on the far side, Cordero Mumphrey.
Cole Skates is trying to get outside to reach the running back, and he has 2 blockers pushing him down. He almost gets a hand on him nonetheless, but he skirts right by him. Near a first down was to be measured.
They took advantage of Cole's quickness and also aggressiveness, and he's just shy of a first down at the Lee, just outside the Lee 17. So Vidito has had a couple of critical 3rd down conversions in the passing game. That one goes for 9. He is 4 for 5 for 37 yards in these 2 high-octane offensive teams. Itiaki now has checked in at tailback for Nance, who gets a breather. Offensive coordinator for the Trojans, Chris Jensen. Defensive coordinator for Robert E. Lee is Randy Huffstickler. Head coach Mike Owens, assistant coach Jay Law. Linebackers also is what Jay coaches. Secondary Huffstickler, defensive ends Willie Williams. Defensive tackles are Jerry Reed. Offensive line, Gary Fleet. Tight ends, Darrell Turner. Running backs, Peyton Mullins. Quarterbacks and wide receivers, Dow Wynn. Mike Owens, the head coach, and a lot of other help from Elgin and Paul Fry and others. Vitito from the 18. Handoff, Itiaki first down. He's a tough runner. He got inside the 15 down to the 14 for a gain of 4. And he is a very good, one of the best short yardage running backs I've seen this year. And he's only 5'8", but low at 195. He got 4 there.
Well, he gets a good block up front from his big man in front of him. Impasa Moatau, 6'3", 376. Gets a good initial push off the line of scrimmage, and he falls right behind his rear to pick up the first down.
Nick Mitchell's in for Robert E. Lee as they had gone to a 4 linebacker set. Still might be in now. At the 13 and a half, Vitito. Itiaki runs in, breaks the initial tackle and surges for maybe a couple. Cordero Mumphrey and also Cole Skates. We have not called Warren DeHaven much early in this game. Of course, he had a monster game last week against McNeil with 14 tackles and a fumble recovery.
And Trinity's trying to respond here. This will be the 13th play of this drive, and they've converted 3 of 3 on third down conversions this far, David.
So now the clock, this has been a quick first quarter because both offenses are moving the chains. 2:18 to go, 7-0 Lee, Trinity at the Lee 13. They run play action. They got a man open in the flat. Vitito now throws against the grain. Caught, touchdown. Trey Welch got inside of Nick Mitchell, and Vitito continues to be sharp as a razor. He had initially a receiver, but Lee had good coverage on the flat, and he goes across the grain to Trey Welch. Touchdown, 13 yards, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up with 2:06 to go in the first quarter.
He has his choice of 2 or 3 receivers, and Lee picks up the first 2, and then coming back inside in the end zone is Welch, just inside the defender Mitchell to make the catch for 6 for Trinity.
Boy, these two offenses clicking early. Here's a low snap. They get it up. Palos with a kick, and it is good. And our score, 2:06 to go, first quarter. Robert E. Lee 7, Trinity 7, back in 60 seconds from Texas Stadium on KTBB.
Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics. Represent your team like never before. On the field, on the court, it's all in our store. The spirit of your team, the season of your dreams. Looking for the victory, we've got what you need. Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics. Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics.
I am the king of home entertainment, or the Archduke at least. Because I have Cox Digital Cable. Cox has more high-def choices than ever before. And nearly all the high-def programming is free. How cool is that? Cox has great movies and sports programming in high def. Plus an interactive program guide that helps you find what you want, when you want. All with no equipment to buy or long-term contract required. You just can't get all that with satellite.
Know what I like about Texas? There ain't no place that I'd rather be. You got a much nicer pace, the family has its place, and you can still find a wide open space. Dairy Queen's what I like about Texas, from the blizzard to the dude, man, I know. From the cities out to the ranches, there's a DQ wherever I go. DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
This game and broadcast and our audio broadcast from KTBB will be heard next Monday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock on Cox Communications, thanks to the folks at Glow in the Dark Productions.
Scoring summary for Trinity, David, 13 plays, 77 yards, and 503, a mirror copy of Lee's drive, and they tied up with a touchdown pass from Vitito to Welch.
Here's the approach by Palos. It's this time much higher and deeper. Tony Bush at the 10, looks for the wedge at the 15, bounces outside 20, turns the corner 25, and Russell down outside the 30. Nice job of him finding a seam and then busting it outside. Samba makes the tackle for the Trojans at the Lee 32-yard line with 1:58 to go in the opening quarter, tied at 7 apiece. Both offenses very, very crisp.
Well, they are, and they come out and match them. This Trinity, very efficient, they just execute very well. Now Lee's got a counter once again. This may be blow for blow in this one, David.
Robert E. Lee will open up this particular drive in the offset eye with T.Y. The up back is Peyton Price. Tight end far side, play action. Josh He's got Tony Bush. No, he's got Giles too. 40, out to the 46. He had Tony on a slant, Vaitai with a stop at a gain of 15 yards, and very nice protection up front. Sam Banks rolled back to give him time to throw the football.
Giles runs a crossing pattern, it appears, from the right side, coming back near side of the field, and his quarterback finds him. And you mentioned the line is going to be the key as well, keeping out that nice rush from Trinity, and they did a fine job there.
He had 2 or 3 receivers, and that's also obviously good news. Williams far side for Lee. Trinity defensively jumping around. There's Peyton Price up the middle, runs into the big defensive tackle. No gain there. And that's a play that Lee will keep on running. They're not going to give up on it. Jordan Jones was there, and also Miki Akiola was there for Trinity.
Well, he just did a great job of balling it up. He reads the misdirection coming back at him, and he fights off his blocker to bring down Peyton Price for no gain.
Puts Lee in a passing situation. Simpson, Bush near side, Williams far side. Giles the tight end on that side. As Peyton Price comes out and T.Y. the lone setback. 5-man front for Trinity. Swing pass outside the Tony. 45 near midfield, out of bounds at about the 49. Nice safe play to the midfield marker, just shy of that, and a gain of 4. The official on the near side says the 49, and this will set up a 3rd and 6. So Trinity had some 3rd down conversions, Randy, on their opening drive, and Lee will need one here.
Well, they went 3 for 3, did the Trojans, and that play was just a nice isolation play to try to get Bush outside to use his speed, and he's just not able to get by the one defender.
3rd and 6, Lee at their 49. Under a minute to go in the first quarter, 55 seconds in fact. 7-7 tie, offset I. Bush and Simpson near side. Josh, T.Y. up the middle, will not get the first down. He's just shy inside Trinity's 47-yard line. And here comes a huge 4th and 2. They're going to probably have to punt it away here as COSI Moyakioli makes the stop for Trinity.
Yeah, he came up and met Tyrone right as he tried to get into the secondary and brought him down. He had help too from Taylor Doty and Henry Nuatai, the big defensive end on the near side.
This is one of those games when you're the offensive coordinator, you really don't want to give up the ball many times. At the 47 of Trinity, they got the 1 first down, but fall just shy here. Josh Hill averaging 41.9 yards a punt. Peyton Price the up back. Josh gets a good snap, kicks it high and deep. Hits at the Trinity 10 towards the goal line, stops. Do they save it? No, almost knocked it back, but Trinity will get the ball at their 20-yard line. 48-yard punt, no return, but Trinity will get net 28 with 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, this game tied up at 7 apiece.
Well, the ball hit down at about the 7 and slowly went to the end zone, and 2 Lee defenders try to save it, but it just goes past the goal line for the touchback for Trinity.
Boy, Lee had the great start they wanted defensively on a couple of occasions. A chance, but boy, you got to give Vidito credit. Very nice accuracy, as Josh Hill has had as well. These 2 quarterbacks have not thrown an incompletion if you think about it. Vidito had 1 drop. Josh is perfect at 3 for 3. Shotgun here for Trinity. 4-man front for Lee. Vidito, draw play, delay to Hanby. Breaks a tackle, 25-30. Nope, just shy of the 30 to end the first quarter. McKenzie was there, Cuba was there. That ends the first quarter with our score. Robert E. Lee 7, Trinity 7. Back in 60 seconds on KTBB.
Okay, we'd like you to try 2 frozen lattes. One is from a national chain of coffee shops, and the other is new from Dairy Queen.
This one's fantastic.
Looks like you chose the new DQ Latte. Great. Okay, you can give it back now.
Test is over. Let go.
The new DQ Mulate Frozen Blended Coffee, made with creamy DQ soft serve in 3 tempting flavors. Grab one and DQ something different.
Likes it a lot.
Men, I think our racing team needs to reflect our Supercut sponsorship. So, make some changes. First off, we're going to go to clear helmets so racing fans can see your fine Supercut hair.
Those are made out of glass.
Y'all be careful. Second, uniform change.
How are we supposed to drive? There's no armholes.
I haven't figured that one out yet, but we're working on that.
Man, I'm out of here.
Fellas,
you're out of your mind. That's not
where you going?
Supercuts, proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
Can you drive a stick?
Car shopping can be stressful. With all the clutter out there, it's hard to tell what to buy. But at Jim Lozier's Fire Station Auto Center, we believe that the simplest way is the best way. So we offer a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to sell with no hassles. Each vehicle has been through a 20-point inspection for quality assurance. You can shop in comfort under the awnings and check out our newly expanded lot with more inventory than ever before. Jim Lozier's Fire Station Auto Center on the corner of Glenwood and Vine and Tyler.
Tyler Independent School District offers more advanced studies programs than any other school system in East Texas. The International Baccalaureate Program challenges students through a rigorous academic curriculum. Mary Lee Jones at MIT calls it the best high school prep curriculum an American school can offer. Education Week magazine calls the IB program the Cadillac of college prep programs. Just one more way, Tyler ISD provides every child every opportunity every day.
Back at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, Trinity has a second down and about 1 or 2 here at their 28-yard line. Both teams scored on their opening drives. Lee had a first down, but then had to punt from the Trinity 48. Went into the end zone, and the Trojans now at their 28 with a 2nd and 2. Double tight set, Hanby in motion. They will run it. Itiaki gets a nice gap for a first down outside the 30. Warren DeHaven was there, a gain of about 4. Matt Uzel also playing quite a bit. He played a ton along with Trevor Reed and Bambry and Heap in that first game. And those guys here 10, 12 weeks later, look how much they have improved and grown up as young men in football players.
Well, you know, the lights didn't go out in the first quarter this time, which hopefully is a good sign, as we had that happen at Pennington, which was kind of a strange occurrence. But Lee's defense has got to hunker down and get a series out here before they get too much further down the field.
First down, Trinity, tight end, double set. Davila in motion. Vitito up the middle. Itiaki has 5, maybe 6. Stripling and Van Zant that time saved a bigger gain as they got out the 35 to the 37, a gain of 5 yards on first down for Akila Itiaki, the 5'8" senior.
And it appears Trinity's going to use that delay ground game, running the ball after a nice trap play comes up the right tackle. They're going to use that big line to get a surge up the field. It appears Lee's going to have to get by and get into the backfield before they can get a handoff.
Lots of traps and a lot of misdirection, tight end far side, triple set. Now Hanby goes that way. In the shotgun, Vitito, little swing pass outside. They got him loose. 45 midfield to Carey in Cuba with a very nice open field tackle at the Trinity 47-yard line, but a gain of 10 yards and close to a first down. He's got it by 5.
And after they bam, bam, bam up the middle, they run a swing pass out wide to get their speed on the edges and almost catch Lee off guard, but a great play by Carey in Cuba to wrap him up.
It was a tremendous open field tackle. He grabbed him, kept a hold of him, and I tell you what, Lee was very close to disrupting that play. They're also trying to spread Lee's speed defensively to the perimeters to open up and soften up the middle. Sam Banks, the defensive tackle right there for Lee. Simmons and Wilson, the ends. Vitito up the middle. Itiaki into Lee territory at the 49 for a gain of 4. Justin Simmons and Banks were there. Clock runs, 10:20 to go, second quarter. We're tied at 7. Trinity with the football.
Yeah, they're going to be more than content to get 4 or 5 yards every time out if they can keep the running game going. Lee's got to get some movement into the line of scrimmage and hope that big line doesn't push them back.
Talk to Willie Williams, the defensive ends coach, and Jerry Reed. They're talking about, well, what we got to make sure we can't let them get on us, and that is the kind of play where there's not much you can do about it with the size they have. 3-man front. Van Zant dances around on the defensive front. Vitito up the middle. Itiaki right tackle, close to a first down, shy of it by a yard. But I tell you what's also happening. Itiaki is very good at picking his way through a very tight space. He picked up 4 yards, give him 5, and very close to a first down at the Lee 44-yard line. Just inside of it, they'll bring out the sticks, but they're bringing a pull man just like Lee does so well with Banks and Saran. That's exactly what Trinity's doing, even though these guys are very big like Saran is.
They get a good block up front from their tackle. The big guy, 6'3", 330, Chris Eade, gets a good push off the line of scrimmage. And as you mentioned, Itiaki's very good at finding holes. He's a very smart runner, and he gets up a nice 5-yard gain just short of the first down.
So Tyron Ross at a night where he has broken the all-time single-season school record for touchdowns with 23. And the offensive Lee watching here as Trinity now tries to grab control of this game on their offensive end. Again, Lee scored on the beautiful first drive. Trinity answered. And now Trinity, after forcing Lee to punt after one first down at the Lee 43, just out or just inside the Lee 44. Third down and not even really a yard. Lee will be careful here not to bunch up so much they allow somebody to bounce it outside. Itiaki, their short yardage man, is the deep back. Vidito, play action, skates. Oh, Vidito escapes him. Now wants to run, hit, close to a first down, and he got it. Wow. He got a great mark. I tell you what, Lee now twice has had a chance point blank at Vidito, and somehow he has escaped the pressure, and he got a great mark at the 43, and that's going to be, I think, a first down.
Well, he did a great job of escaping Cole Skates, who had him dead to rights in the backfield as they try to pull a little tomfoolery on the Red Raiders by throwing the football, and Skates just missed him as he overlaid him and pushed back in, and he's going to have the first down, it appears.
They got it. Yep. They gave it to him at the 43, and I think he rolled about a yard. Yep. But, again, it was a great play. And on third and a half a yard with that offensive line, that's probably a very smart call, play action, because you feel like you might be able to get it on fourth and yard if you don't make the first down. Straight eye at the Lee 43, 8:57 to go, second quarter. Davila in motion. Up the middle. Hanby, man, they're getting some big, tough yards inside. These are some men up front for Lee and big kids up front for Trinity. DeHaven on the stop, but he's slow getting up.
Well, you get a great push up front from Dustin Simmons, their center, and Falahala, the left guard, makes a nice push, and Handy just rides the backside of big number 74, Falahala, and picks up a nice gainer. 6
yards on the pickup, down inside the Lee 38. The Lee crowd is silenced here as the clock at 8:20 to go, first half tied at 7. Tight end near side. Second and 4. Vidito up the middle. Itiaki. Oh, spins away, leans down to the 35, but he only got a couple of yards. Uzel and Mumphrey initially, then Skates and Stripling and Van Sant make the stop. Well, it's third down and 2.
Well, Itiaki is a tough customer to bring down. 4 or 5 red shirts hit him hard. He keeps bouncing around and pushing and pushing. He keeps those legs turning. He's really strong for 5'8", 190.
Third and 2. Trinity controlling the time of possession because of this longer extended drive. Dimitri Nance offset eye, the deep back, tight end that way. They run the option wide. Vidito, can he get around the corner? He cannot. He's sacked. Ricky Sherfield, what a great job of coming off his blocker. Vidito will lose 5 yards back at the 39-yard line.
And that's Sherfield fighting off a bigger man in front of him. And Chris Eade, he just skirts by him and uses his speed and quickness. And Vidito does not get the pitch off, and he's wrapped up for a 5-yard loss.
They will bring in the punter. It is Jeff Jones, averaging 26 yards a punt. At the Lee 39, Ricky Sherfield really makes a big play. Watch out for the fake. Itiaki is the up man. Snap comes from Simmons. Snap, punt, little pooch kick. This is a fair catch by Micah Johnson at his 8-yard line. And that is where Lee will get it, but the defense bends, a little Gumby factor. But you know what? They come up with a big play, and Sherfield forced Trinity to punt the football. Lee will start at their 8-yard line with 6:50 to go in the first half. We're tied at 7. Jones with a nice pooch kick, 29 yards on the pooch. He had a really bad game against Lee. He shanked a couple. Lee will actually start at their 9. Simpson split far side. Tight end is Jonah Murphy. Bailey the center. Split backs. Josh up the middle. Peyton Price breaks a tackle outside the 15, and Peyton Price gets 6 really tough yards. Sione Thiatai with a stop to safety, but Peyton with a tough 6-yard pickup.
He takes off up the gut. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. It appeared by Mina Wally, the 2-tech, and he just busts right by him. He gets a nice block in there, too. And, of course, as you mentioned, he had help up the middle by Jordan Jones and Taylor Doty as well to tackle.
2 heavyweights. They've both thrown some haymakers and landed. Then they throw a couple that missed. 6:18 to go, first half, 7-7, Lee and Trinity. Lee with a second down and 4 at the 16. Wingback reverse, Tyrone gets a kick out block, gets around the corner, and well, here comes a face mask. He did not get the first down, but 13, Daniel Hewitt, the senior. Craig Smoke, you got a pretty good look there.
Yeah, Tyrone coming off some good block by the offensive line. Tyrone was going to get around, but Hewitt grabbed the shoulder pad and then grabbed the face mask, and there's your call.
Now it depends. It's a 15-yard face mask. Sam Banks with a nice little pull just to give T.Y. It was a nice play by the corner, but the reason he made the nice play, Randy, is because he got a little face mask.
Yeah, he catches Tyrone or has a great angle at him and gets him right around the 16, and he reaches up and pulls down on his face mask rather hard. And, of course, the side judge throws the flag, and it's the big variety of 15-yarder against the Trinity Trojans.
On that run that Peyton Price just had, he now has 4 carries for 15 yards. He is over 1,000 yards on the season. So Keandre and T.Y. for 2 years, and now T.Y. and Peyton. Lee with 6 minutes to go, second quarter at their 32 after the 15-yard mark-off. Tight end is Giles, far side. In the slot, Simpson back to throw. Josh steps up. Pass caught. Giles out to the 39. Nice, very well thrown ball by Josh Hill. Gain of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Stewart, the cornerback on the stop, but a nice catch from John Giles.
And Lee's going to showcase the pass a little bit more to obviously spread out the field and open up the running game too. They've had their way running the ball the last few weeks, and they're going to have to pass the ball some like they're doing tonight to open up that running game and see what happens now.
And John Giles has 3 catches for 29 yards. He is the tight end, same formation here, offset eye this time on 2nd and 3. T.Y. up the middle behind Saran, leans for what looks like a first down at the 43. Jones was there, but Tsunami, the human island, the tidal wave himself, just kind of leaned into Jones, and Tyrone got behind the Mack truck, and it's a gain of 4 and a first down.
The trap play works well as Lee's offensive line is having their own way too along the line of scrimmage. Right now the 2 offensive lines are running the ball game, and a nice block up front, and T.Y. falls behind it for the first down.
Clock will be under 5 minutes on the next snap. We're tied at 7. 5A Division I semifinals. Murphy the tight end, Josh Hill, reverse, T.Y., nothing there. Boy, that thing got eaten up from the very beginning. And then 24, at the end of that play, really got into one of Lee's offensive linemen, and they just bit that thing alive from the beginning. He got maybe a yard.
Jordan Jones reads the plays. It comes from far side to near side, and he just gets around the attempted block of Banks, and he makes the initial hit and brings down T.Y. after a very short gain of 1.
Thanks to our great sponsors, nearly 40 that bring you Robert E. Lee football. News Talk 600 KTBB here, 2nd down and 9. Lee at their 44-yard line. Josh will throw. Here comes the blitz, gets away, rolls near side. Nobody over here. Now throws it. Does he find somebody? I think he stepped out of bounds, but throws it away. I think Josh got a break that time. I think he hesitated, stepped out of bounds, and then threw it. Very smart play. He almost found Giles, but there was nobody in this area, and here's a 3rd down and 9.
Well, very alertly, he gets away from the blitz up the middle by number 31, Taylor Doty, off the left side, comes in rather fast at him. He skirts around him and falls to the near side of the field and throws the ball just a few yards in front of John Giles down the field.
So after an offensive start for both teams, defense is bending a little bit. Bush and Simpson far side. Giles the tight end near side. Williams this way. Shotgun Hill. Snap from Larman. Sets up. Now still has time. Now rolls near side. 40, 45 midfield. Oh, he stepped out of bounds close to a first down. And they gave him a great mark at the 48-yard line. He stepped out at midfield.
Oh, clearly, yes.
And this might force Mike, with 4:05 to go in the first half, to think about it on 4th down at what looks like a yard.
Well, the official was trailing behind the play, and I don't think he saw Josh tippy-toe right at the midfield mark as 2 white shirts were staring him in the face. But he alertly tucks the ball and runs with great coverage downfield by the Trinity Trojan secondary, forced him to eat the ball and run near side, and Lee's got a big decision to make, David.
Well, they're at the Trinity 48-yard line. It looked like, again from our angle, but he could have actually stepped at midfield and then continued on at the 48. Lee is going to punt the football here. 4:05 to go in the first half. This is very similar, remember. Now they're going to take a timeout. Lee's going to take a timeout. 4:05 to go. First half, we're tied at 7. Robert E. Lee and Trinity on News Talk 600, KTBB, back in 30 seconds.
To see this sign on your house, put this sign out front. Century 21 Advantage. Call or visit our website.
Man, are we going to take every lap full speed? Yeah! Are we going to trade paint without fear? Yeah! Are we going to brush our hair 100 times a day and condition after every shampoo and choose the right hair color to match our skin tone? Tim?
Terry, I'm an autumn.
I'm a spring. Now let's go out there and win one!
Supercuts, proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
In the game of life, there are no timeouts, only time wasted. The path you choose now determines your future. But where can you go to find a sense of purpose? There is a place where team spirit steps off the field and into the classroom, where no victory goes unnoticed, and there's no such thing as wasted time. That place is Tyler Junior College, living life in color, never black and white. Come to Tyler Junior College. We're changing the game. We're changing lives.
Mike Owens has changed his mind. 4:05 left first half. 4th and a yard, Lee at the Trinity 48-yard line. 7-7 tie. The winner will take on either Spring Westfield or Judson, and Westfield led that game 21-0 at halftime at the Astrodome in Houston. Lee played against Westfield, if you may not remember, in the bi-district game back in 1991. Okay, here we go. Double tight set for Robert E. Lee. Lone setback is T.Y. Josh Hill, quarterback keeper, leans forward, and now it all depends on the mark, which looks like it's enough for the first down as Josh got underneath the center, Blake Larman, and it all just depends. You never know when they start tossing this thing around, but it looks like it's a first down inside the 47, and that was a very gutsy call from Mike Owens. Now they moved it back. They just moved that thing backwards. Sam Banks says it's a first down. It looks like it's just on the 47, which they need, and Craig has a very good bird's eye view on the sideline. Craig?
Yeah, when Josh Hill got up and had the ball on the ground, you saw some Trinity players trying to kick it back a little bit. Then they moved it back to its original line. The referee grabs the ball and actually moved it back, but I mean, it's still good enough for a first down. Great job by Josh Hill and the offensive line.
And Lee, of course, has had some issues on those kind of plays to make sure everybody is set, and they did a great job with a surge up front against those behemoths from Trojan Land.
Well, it's a safe, smart play to get the quarterback's ball in his hands and just follow behind the rear end of his left guard or his center, and that's what he did to pick up a very crucial fourth down conversion.
You heard the roar from the Lee crowd, which is on the visitor side, but the home crowd, the press box side. Lee double tight set at the Trinity 47. Play action Josh. Has a man open short. Giles 40. Gets a block. Murphy 35. First down 34. Hewitt pushed him out of bounds, but Jonah Murphy with a very nice job downfield on Tompo and Hewitt in a gain of 13 yards.
And another great pass play call from the Lee offensive coordinator, Dow Wynn. He just is opening that field up. They send the tight end off the slot back to the near side, find him out in the flat that time for a nice pickup of 13.
And John Giles reaching out with those soft pillow-like hands to make the grab. Double tight set again. T.Y. look for the stretch here on first down. Nope, play action Josh. Here comes the blitz, steps up, sideline pass almost picked off. Oh my goodness, he looked for the out. T.Y. or Tony looked for the deep pattern. There was no safety help. Pass incomplete and almost picked off by Daniel Hewitt at the 25.
Well, Hewitt played the football and played the quarterback's eyes looking that way as Josh was directing the pass 10 yards down on an out, and Tony Bush was down the field on a fly pattern.
Let me tell you what, I talked to Dow Wynn one time because they threw the interception against Garland in a very similar pattern.
Yep.
The receiver has the look and the read. If there's no safety help, he's supposed to go.
Okay.
And I think that's what Tony did. Double tight set here. 2nd and 10, Robert E. Lee. T.Y. right tackle, bounces outside, block, not much there, but tough yardage down inside the 35 to the 32. Giles initially, but it was again Trocken Tompo, a 6'1", 193-pound senior who makes a bunch of tackles for this Trinity defense in a gain of 2.
And he had help too from Itiaki, who's in the ball game too in the secondary. Comes up to help finish off Tyrone Ross on a short gain. Another big third down try for Robert E. Lee.
Tyrone Ross, 11 carries, 41 yards, is now going to be the deep back here, lone setback here. Bush and Simpson far side man-to-man. Tight end double set. Josh Hill will throw. Here comes the blitz. Steps up. Sideline pass. It is caught! Tony Bush on the deflection inside the 20-yard line. That thing was almost picked off. And if you're looking for an omen, they just got one gain of 15 yards.
And a nice pass, but the cornerback coming over. Actually, that's Itiaki. Reaches up and barely puts a paw on the ball, deflecting it slightly. Bush, though, reads the ball into his hands and makes the catch as he goes out of the bounds. A 15-yard first down pass play for Robert E. Lee.
Tony Bush loves to play against Trinity High School. He had the touchdown on the reception last time and the kickoff return as well. Down inside the Trinity 20. Lee at the 17. First down, 2:44 to go in the tie game. First half, Bush motion, far side. Split backs, play action Josh. Floods the zone. Peyton Price, 15, inside the 10. Down to the 7. Hewitt pushed him out. Gain of 10 yards and another first down for Robert E. Lee.
And what a greatly executed play for Robert E. Lee. The blitz comes in after him, and he dumps the ball out as Peyton Price is in the slot, just runs a 5-yard out pattern, keeps running to catch the ball as Josh laid it right on the line to him, and he picks up another 9 or 10 yards deep into Trinity territory.
At the 7-yard line, there's 2 minutes, 37 seconds remaining, first half at Texas Stadium. Giles tight end, full house backfield. Royal, Price, and T.Y. First and goal. T.Y. deep pitch at the 5. Nudges down just inside, down to the 5-yard line. 2 yards, 47. Saved a tackle. Moiakiola, Siosaya Moiakiola, number 47, and a gain of about 2.5 for T.Y.
And Robert E. Lee has got their own jaunt down the field going, David. This will be the 15th play of this drive.
Wow.
And that crucial 4th down and 1 they went for and got it, and it may pay off if they can turn it into 6 right now.
2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. They break the huddle. Simpson, far side, man-on-man on Stewart. Full house backfield. Deep back is T.Y. Josh, play action. Wants to throw, pass tipped away, and incomplete by Jordan Jones, who we've called almost every single play. And I tell you what, it was pretty good coverage by Stewart. He was looking maybe in the flat. Royal was covered. They were trying to get Walter one-on-one with Stewart, and it's 3rd and goal, Lee at the 5.
Out in the corner, but Nuatai comes up with a big bat down, and he had pressure from the inside, too, from Jones, who's blitzing once again, and the pass was knocked away, and a big play by the Trojans deep in their own end of the field.
Big old number 49. Jordan Jones is playing himself a game. This is a classic here early. One set, double tight set, 2 wings. Now Simpson in the slot with Bush. At the 5, 3rd and goal. Motion, Giles. Josh wants to throw. Now scrambles. Now throws in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! John Giles in the corner at the pylon. What a throw by Josh Hill. Touchdown, Robert E. Lee.
Wow, beautifully executed play. Giles is on the right slot, runs the back corner route to the inside. Josh running for his life right near the sideline, throws a dart right at the pylon, and Giles comes up with it with 2 Trinity defenders on his backside for 6.
He had time. He could have possibly run. He could have run. But you know what? Lee's going to have to take a timeout because there's not enough people on the field. Randy, Sean Giles, that thing, he had no choice but to catch it because I think it's now inserted inside his stomach.
Yeah, it was an absolute dart from about 6 yards away, but he had to catch it, and it hits right at his shoulder pads, and he brings it in with a nice set of hands and a nice pass by Josh Hill for 6, David.
Minute 47 remaining. Final score in college football, and folks, this was everything Southern Cal didn't want. 29-24, though, the Trojans of Southern Cal beat UCLA, and that is why when people talk, now they won, they're in the BCS championship game, when people talk about 7 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago, who's supposed to be inside the championship games and stuff, there are cross-city rivals, there are conference championships that some conferences play, and you never know, but Southern Cal does survive 29-24. Now, Lee, after the timeout, touchdown catch from John Giles, who has 5 catches for 47 yards. Josh Hill is 9 of 11 for 76. Giles will now snap it. Hill with the hold. The kick by Cole is up, and he drilled it again. Minute 47 to go. Robert E. Lee with a 91-yard drive. 14-7. Red Raiders by 7 back in 60 seconds.
Your one-stop sports shop. Tyler Athletics, represent your team like never before. On the field, on the court, it's all in our store. The spirit of your team, the season of your dreams. Looking for the victory, we've got what you need. Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics. Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics.
For the best treats and eats and hottest winning in Texas, you gotta go to DQ. Only DQ's got the classic 4-piece all-white chicken strip country basket served with fries, Texas toast, and the best green gravy anywhere for just $3.99. Only DQ's got a cool creamy banana split made with DQ soft serve for $1.99. And only DQ's got the peel away giveaway game where you can win food, treat prizes, or your chance to win a brand new Dodge Ram 1500 Lone Star Edition pickup.
I'm Aura Taylor, and I've been with TISD for more than 3 decades, and you're watching TISD Football on Cox Communications.
Dimitri Nance back deep for Trinity inside his 5. Davila back there as well. And Micah Johnson kicking off in a second for Lee.
16 plays, 91 yards, and 5 of 4 for Robert E. Lee. They get a big penalty early in the drive. They convert on a 4th down conversion and 2 third-down conversions to stick it in the end zone and take the 7-point lead.
Minute 47 to go, first half. Lee's fans back on their feet. Micah approaches. Left-footed kicker, line drive, very deep. Nance will... Nope, it's Davila. No, Nance gives it to him at the 10. Watch out, seam in the middle. No, there's not, because Jason Stripling and a bunch of guys in red and white were there. Matt Uzel was there, and Lance Heap is always around the kickoff return coverage, and so was 22 Justin Hansen. And Trinity will start this drive at the 19. It looked just for a second as if there was a wedge, and then Jason Stripling, one of those who did not play last time, makes a nice stop on special teams.
Now 3 and out right now would just be just what Mike Owens would love to see. So his offense has obviously taken over the game and had a great run. The defense needs to follow suit.
So a minute 40 to go. Vidito offset on. Fakes bootleg near side. Hanby's there. Now he will probably run it. Now going deep. Johnson in coverage. Pass picked off. Intercepted. You cannot cover somebody better than Micah Johnson. Just covered Trey Welch. I'm telling you, folks, that is absolutely amazing.
And the defense does follow suit on the very first play. Micah Johnson has him wrapped up and covered like a wet suit, and he's just all over him, turns around and times the ball perfectly to make the pick, and Lee will take over with some time to get back down the field, David.
Minute 30 to go. They only have the 1 timeout left because of the special teams, but that was, of course, you want every point you can get. It looked like initially Micah may not know the ball was being thrown. He has his 5th interception of the year, and I tell you what, his are always big.
Oh, yeah.
First down, Lee at the 35 after the Vidito pick. Shotgun Hill. Snap, draw play, T.Y. Breaks a tackle 40, first down 45, 46, his helmet comes loose. Alex Kosrar with a tackle, but a gain of 11 on T.Y. on a nice little delayed draw that time to the senior, who is going down in history as perhaps the greatest running back this school has ever had, and they've had Derek Farmer and Joffrey Reynolds, Keandre Smith, Jimmy Gamble. You know, they've had a lot of good ones.
John Porter.
Yeah, John Porter, who served our country, by the way, in the military. God bless him. At the 46 lead. First and 10, Hill shotgun, takes the snap from Larman. Sets up, now will run. 45, midfield. Careful with the ball, out near midfield, a minute 3 to go. This will get 4 yards, second down and 6. Volatai that time with a stop. Tuor Lolatai, the defensive tackle.
Nice recovery for Josh Hill. He looks downfield and immediately tucks the ball under, thinking he can pick up some yardage as his receivers are covered by a great Trinity secondary.
Second and 6, clock now at 40 seconds on the snap from Blake Larman. Draw play T.Y. gets a block left tackle. Now smack down. He got nothing there. Lee might have to take a timeout with 35 seconds to go. You want to be careful, though, you don't give any time back to Trinity if, in fact, they do stop you here. They're going to let it run.
Yeah, it appears Mike is maybe content with this touchdown lead. We'll see if they go for the end zone here, at least get a first down.
3rd and 5, 18 seconds left. Clock running. Larman to Josh. He will step up in the pocket. Now has to throw it. Now rolls to his right, gets a block from Holland, throws deep downfield. Bush intercepted at the 22-yard line. Very nice play by 35 Stewart. Jay Law saying he was out of bounds, but the linesman on the near side said it was an interception. Willie Williams is still barking at him. And with 3 seconds to go in the first half, Trinity is going to get the ball, and Tony Bush very upset with that. But the bottom line is Lee was going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, and that works just like a punt, but you'd really rather not give Trinity the opportunity, even with 1 play left in the half, to get something down the field or break a big play.
So now, because they've got weapons like Robert E. Lee does. Lee will play their umbrella deep zone. Cole Skates will actually come back in almost a safety position here, as will Stripling from the 22. Vitito in the shotgun. Runs the draw play to Handy. That's Dimitri Nance 30, 35. Breaks a tackle. Uh-oh. Now, nice tackle. Nice open field. Blocked downfield tackled by Quet Nicholson. And at halftime, our score, Robert E. Lee 14, Trinity 7, Craig.
Coach Owens, very impressive offensive drive, 16 plays, a 4th down conversion. Talk about you going for it on that play on 4th and 1.
Well, I mean, this is off the marbles. Their offense is running the ball pretty good, and so we just decided we got to go for it. That's it.
All right, Coach, they're having a lot of success in the offensive line. They're getting big yardage most of the time on 1st down. What's going to be the key for your defense to stay in control in the second half?
I don't know. They're a load now. I'm going to tell you, they are a big-time load on that offensive line, so it's a struggle for us. We just have to keep fighting them, try to see if we can limit them to some of that.
All right, touchdown lead going into halftime, Coach. How do you feel about the position your team's in, and what are you going to discuss with them?
Well, I feel good right now, but this is the same position we were in the last time we played them. We were up at the halftime. So, they're a good football team. It's anybody's game from here on out.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, Craig, thank you. Thanks to Mike Owens. Lee 14, Trinity 7, halftime.
Afternoon, sir. Bill Butler, how are you?
Good.
Good. Well, prepare to be great, my friend. I present the Turbo Suck 3000.
Actually, my show's about to start.
Don't worry, Dave. The Cox DVR is set to record every episode. You can watch it when he's done.
Perfect. I'll just need an outlet. There you go.
Watch your favorite shows on your schedule with the DVR from Cox. TV waits for you.
Now you can get into the deep crevices here in the corner.
Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics. Represent your team like never before. On the field, on the court, it's all in our store. The spirit of your team, the season of your dreams. Looking for the victory, we've got what you need. Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics. Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics.
The Tyler Independent School District employs 2,600 and serves over 17,500 students with a primary mission to ensure the academic success of every student, and also is committed to fiscal responsibility, ranking among the top districts in the state for percentage of budget spent on instruction, and receiving the prestigious Superior Financial Rating from the Texas Education Agency. We're committed to improvement, not only because it's what the people of Tyler expect, but because it's what the people of Tyler deserve.
Here's a question. If you needed your insurance, who would you call? Not the name of the company, but the name of the person. You've got 2 seconds. Coming up blank, you may want to consider Allstate. You'd have a local agent you can count on, a licensed professional whose name you know, not just a number. You deserve a relationship with a real person.
For all your insurance needs, call the McIntyre Insurance Agency in the Albertson Shopping Center.
Know what I like about Texas? There ain't no place that I'd rather be. You got a much nicer pace, and family has its place, and you can still find a wide open space. Dairy Queen's what I like about Texas. From the blizzard to the dude, man, I know. From the cities out to the ranches, there's a DQ wherever I go. DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
Hi, I'm Becky Martin. I've been with TISD for 19 years, and I teach English here at Robert E. Lee, and you're watching TISD Football on Cox.
We are back at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas. Lee will kick off to Trinity. We'll start with Craig on the sideline.
Yes, injury update. Tyler Fleet, the tight end for Robert E. Lee. It appears he has a minor concussion. He seems to be getting better. He got a lot better during halftime, but they're not sure whether or not he'll come back.
All right, Craig, that does affect Lee a lot, and we did see Jonah Murphy on a couple of very nice blocks downfield. In for Tyler Fleet, who can catch it as well. Johnson kicking off for Lee. Approaches at the 40, line drive kick. It is Davila at about the 3. At the 5, 10, outside 25, 30, 35, 40. And Justin Hansen saves a longer return as they had him, and they didn't use the sideline as what could have been another defender, and he bounced it outside, and Trinity will get great field position at their 40-yard line. The quarterback, Trevor Vitito, was 9 of 12, 1 touchdown. He also threw the 1 pick to Micah Johnson. Lee up front defensively, Mumphrey, Sherfield, and McKenzie. They have the 3 linebackers set. They run the counter tray, and Nansen's bounced it outside and has a first down at Lee's 48-yard line. He had no one touch him until he got about 6 yards downfield. Sherfield comes back to make a critical stop and a gain of 12 yards to open up the half. Up front for Lee again, Sherfield, Mumphrey, and McKenzie. Skates to Haven and Van Zant, the linebackers. Quet Nicholson and Micah Johnson, the corners, and Cuba and Mitchell are the safeties. First down, no, Matt Uzel's in instead of Mitchell. At the Lee 48, Vidito, little wide receiver slip screen, and oh, what a great play by Cole Skates. Loss of 4. As they ran the slip screen that Lee scored on, and they did too 11 weeks ago, and the speed of Cole Skates blows that thing up.
Well, he had help too, David, from 3 or 4 other red shirts converging on the play. It went nowhere as the receiver tried to get back inside on the play, and he's wrapped up for a 5-yard loss and a big play for Lee on that first down play.
He initially got away, and then Cole just kept on going at it, and that's some of that perimeter speed that wasn't available 11 weeks ago. Tight end near side, left hash. Vidito fakes counter tray. Over the middle, pass caught. Cuba with a stop. Nice tough hit on Welch, but he did pick up about 11. And it brings up 3rd and short for Trinity at the Lee 41-yard line, and a nice gain of 11 yards.
He runs a crossing pattern. He's picked up late by the safety. He makes the catch, and he gets racked up from behind, and a big 3rd down play upcoming here early in the second half.
At the Lee 41-yard line, we're a minute and a half into the semifinals. Somebody plays for a state championship next week. 14-7, Lee, Woolard, Hammock, and Welch are the receivers. Welch in the slot near side. Shotgun Vidito. Banks the tackle now for Lee. 3-man front. Vidito, 3-step drop. Now steps up, back across, picked off! Robert E. Lee, Jason Stripling is going to score! 30, 20, 10! He did not play 11 weeks ago! Jason Stripling, touchdown! 57 yards! And do you think it makes a difference?
Oh, without a doubt, it makes a difference, and he reads the play beautifully as Vidito tries to go back across the field. He steps in front of the intended receiver right at the 43-yard line, and he sets sails for the end zone, untouched for 6 for Robert E. Lee.
But let me tell you something, Randy. Lee got a little pressure on Vidito that time. He had to step up. He went against the grain. You never do that. Jason Stripling's 2nd defensive touchdown of the year. And Robert E. Lee's defense scores. 9:56 to go, 3rd quarter, 57 yards, and Vidito is trying to track him down and realize that was like he was running in quicksand.
No way.
Here's the snap from Giles. Placement by Preston, the kick by Cole, and Robert E. Lee, 21. Trinity 7, 9:56 to go, 3rd quarter. Back in 60 seconds on KTBB.
Okay, we'd like you to try 2 frozen lattes. One is from a national chain of coffee shops, and the other is new from Dairy Queen.
This one's fantastic.
Looks like you chose the new DQ Latte. Great. Okay, you can give it back now.
Test is over. Let it go.
The new DQ Latte frozen blended coffee, made with creamy DQ soft serve in 3 tempting flavors. Grab one and DQ something different.
Likes it a lot.
Men, I think our racing team needs to reflect our Supercut sponsorship. So, make some changes. First off, we're going to go to clear helmets so racing fans can see your fine Supercut hair.
Those are made out of glass.
Y'all be careful. Second, uniform change.
How are we supposed to drive? There's no armholes.
I haven't figured that one out yet, but we're working on it.
Man, I'm out of here.
Fellas,
You're out of your mind. That's not
where are you going?
Supercuts, proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
Can you drive a stick?
To see this sign on your house, put this sign out front. Century 21 Advantage. Call or visit our website.
Back at Texas Stadium at Irving, 21-7. Robert E. Lee. Wow, what a play by Jason. We saw 2 guys just now, Cole Skates and Stripling, who didn't play 11 weeks ago, come up with some huge plays.
They did a great job, David, and Stripling reads the quarterback's eyes beautifully, and he comes from nowhere. As he doesn't see him coming, he makes the pick, and he's untouched back to the other end of the field, and Lee with a big defensive turn of events.
On a touchdown from Stripling, his 2nd. This is a team who's starting to score touchdowns, won a game. Micah Johnson, not very deep, pooch kick. It is handy at about the 15, at the 20, knocked down outside the 30. Lance Heap was down there. So was, Jeremy Moore and Nick Mitchell. check that. And now Trinity down 14 with 9:49 remaining, third quarter, will bring their offense back in the field, and Lee will have Bobby Osborne starting this set at defensive tackle.
Another key drive for Trinity upcoming. They need to get down the field and score points. Now, the Lee defense makes a huge play. Let's see if they can answer once again and turn it up another notch, putting the heat on Trinity on this upcoming drive.
And you wonder if it forces Trinity. I think you'll see them go back to their bread and butter here. Itiaki, the tailback, and Welch comes in motion near side. Here's Itiaki off right tackle, breaks outside, has about 8. Nice, tough hit. Micah Johnson with the initial hit. And then across from the side, Cuba blows him up, but he did get 7 yards. And Steve Lineweaver and Trinity's offense coordinator, Chris Jensen, you would think would want to go back to their bread and butter to slow this thing down.
Well, they're going to have to do that, and they need points in the worst way, as it's a 2-touchdown lead now for Lee. Let's see if they can use their big, humongous 320-plus line at their disposal.
2nd and 3. Itiaki now the lone setback as they take a man in motion. Counter trade. Itiaki first down, breaks a tackle, tripped up at the Lee 48. Cuba was there. And then Johnson, but a gain of 12. Down to the Lee 48-yard line. They ran that counter tray. I was about to say, Randy, if they can get Trinity in a position where they know they're going to throw it, then the speed of Lee does become a factor, putting on pressure on the quarterback Vitito. Here comes James Wilson in for Sherfield, but Itiaki now with a gain of 7 and then 12. 21-7 Lee with 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Hanby in motion, far side. Here is Vitito to Itiaki, right tackle. Cole Skate delivers a blow. I said right tackle, left tackle. James Wilson, the 6'1", 230-pound senior, was there. And that time, Itiaki got just a couple of yards.
Coach Lineweaver's going back with that bread and butter play that you mentioned. It's that delay trap play or the delay handoff, which they had outrageous success against Lee earlier in the season. Cole skates those steps up front and hits Itiaki after a short 2-yard gain.
Now, again, it's kind of that old Washington Redskins counter trade that they ran so successfully. And you do play action off of that, go deep. Lee comes a blitz, Vitito draw play, misses the first man. Nance breaks a tackle inside the Lee 40. Skates was there. DeHaven overran the play, and he picked up 12 more and a first down at the Lee 35 as here come the Trojans.
That's simply great blocking up front from Pasa Moatau and Chris Eade, the 2 big men on the right side, open a nice hole, and number 5, Nance, falls behind it patiently and picks up a nice 12-yard gain.
They changed the sticks. They're at the Lee 35, 21-7 Red Raiders, but Trinity's driving again, 8:07 to go, clock running, third quarter. The winner gets Spring Westfield for the 5A Division I championship. Vitito with the play clock now at 10, tight end near side, Scroggins in motion. They hand it off to Nance, the deep back, and Skates got him from behind. James Wilson and Uzel were there as well. Uzel stacked it up. Skates made the tackle, and Wilson gets credit, as does Justin Simmons.
The adrenaline level that needs to turn down a little bit for Lee. They need to concentrate on making the plays and fighting off their blocks. Trinity has to keep with their blocks with their big men, and Lee now forcing a second and long play upcoming for Trinity.
2nd down and 9. Trinity Trojans at the Lee 34-yard line. Jay Law, the assistant head coach on the sideline, and Randy Huffstickler, the defensive coordinator, up in the booth near us. Welch in the slot near side, shotgun. Vitito, delay, loss of 4. Matt Uzel, the senior, knocks him down for a loss of 5.
And he just knifes through, gets by the big man up front, right by the center on a safety blitz, and he just catches him, actually a linebacker blitz, and he catches the running back 4 yards deep in the backfield for a big loss.
Has anybody grown up more than Matt Uzel?
Leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds.
And Lance Heath and James Wilson and Justin Simmons and McKenzie and Osborne and Lacey and Reed. And here's a timeout. They have really stepped up. We'll take it with them. 6:38 to go. The Lee crowd on their feet. 21-7 Lee back in 30 seconds on KTBB.
Morning.
What's up, bro?
Welcome to the party. It's the ESPN Game Plan College Football Pay-Per-View Package. Get access to more than 150 extra college football games this season.
Prepare to party. Call 1-888-SPORTS-IN and order ESPN Game Plan. Available with Cox Digital Cable.
Car shopping can be stressful. With all the clutter out there, it's hard to tell what to buy. But at Jim Lozier's Fire Station Auto Center, we believe that the simplest way is the best way. So we offer a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to sell with no hassles. Each vehicle has been through a 20-point inspection for quality assurance. You can shop in comfort under the awnings and check out our newly expanded lot with more inventory than ever before. Jim Lozier's Fire Station Auto Center on the corner of Glenwood and Vine and Tyler.
Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics. Represent your team like never before. On the field, on the court, it's all in our store. The spirit of your team, the season of your dreams. Looking for the victory, we've got what you need. Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics. Your one-stop sports shop, Tyler Athletics.
6:38 to go, third quarter. Trinity facing 3rd and 13 at the Lee 38-yard line, trailing 21-7. And on that opening drive, when they tied it at 7, they had a lot of third down conversions. Lee will bring in Banks at the tackle, Sherfield and Mumphrey the defensive end. Van Zant, DeHaven, Uzel, and Skates with that broken hand, lined up man-to-man in the slot. Safety is Cuba. Stripling the bandit. Corners are Johnson and Nicholson. Third down, shotgun, Vitito back to throw. Here comes blitz. Over the middle, pass caught. Just short of the first down, but they got a big chunk of it down to the 28. Warren DeHaven and Takarian Cuba stop him short. That's Stripling, but they got 10 of the 13 to set up 4th and 3 for Trinity.
Welch takes off and runs a crossing pattern just inside the seam of the zone defense played by Lee. Makes a connection, but 3 red shirts are there to converge on him. And here comes a big 4th down for Trinity.
So here is a kind of a big play, folks. The winner plays Westfield next week for the state championship. 4th and 3 at the Lee 28. Tight end near side, straight eye. Vitito runs bootleg. Will he get outside? Stripling is going to throw it. Incomplete. And incomplete. Lee has held him. Quentin Nicholson. I cannot tell you. Jason Stripling mirrored the quarterback. If he wouldn't have done that, Vitito could have run forever. And Nicholson makes a great play.
Yeah, he does on the coverage. He picks up 25 handy going down the field, and he is right on his backside, and Vitito has to keep the ball and then toss it, actually underthrowing his receiver as Stripling is staring him in the face, and Lee with a big 4th down stop again.
Stripling makes the interception. He doesn't come too much on a slant and forces Vitito into a bad throw. Lee from the 28. T.Y. stretch outside, breaks it up to the 35. 40. Look at Tyrone Ross get a first down at the 42 and picks up his fist and jams them together for a first down. 14 yards for T.Y.
He breaks outside on the stretch play, gets a great block up front from Culp and company, opening the door, and T.Y. running with reckless abandon, forges ahead for 14 yards.
First down, Lee at the 42. The band is crunk. People standing up. 21-7 Lee at their 42. Tight end Jonah Murphy. T.Y. up the middle. Hurdles a man. Inside Trinity territory and very close to another first down. He got 9 more. Truck and Tompo makes the stop with a gain of 9.
Forging ahead once again. The line feels the adrenaline flowing, and they get a great push upfield, and Trinity's on their heels right now. Let's see if Lee can cash on in and take this ball down the field.
Sharon Black, 6'5", 321, with a great pull that time. 2nd and a yard, 5 minutes and counting, 3rd quarter. Texas Stadium in Irving. Robert E. Lee 21, Trinity 7. Bush near side, Simpson on the far side. He'll be a flanker that way, offset eye, Price and T.Y. Snap, play action, Josh bootleg, gets around the corner and will be tripped up for a loss of a yard at midfield. They tried to fool him that time. Sione Vaitai that time with a great play. Josh tried to run the bootleg, and here comes 3rd down and 2.
And Lee just needs to be patient here. They have a very short field, actually right at midfield. They have a very short 3rd down and short coming up. and let's see if they can just get a couple of yards to keep the drive going.
Oklahoma leading Colorado 14-0 late first quarter, and they're blowing up the Buffalo's offense at least early on in that Big 12 championship game. Here's another big third and short. 4 minutes to go. Lee play clock is at 9, just inside Trinity's territory. Tight end far side, play clock at 3. Hill, Peyton Price on the pitch. Oh, what a tough run from Peyton Price, and he got a first down. Jones was there. Behind the big boys, Banks and Black, and now Trinity, Nyatai, Nuate starting to get a little bit frustrated, and Peyton Price playing again with a very heavy heart. And the number 2 in SB for Scotty Baker, his late friend on his wristband, got a first down.
And he gets a great push up front from Banks and Saron Black on the left side on the quick pitch, a la John Tyler style, as Hill pitches it back to the fullback, and he just forges ahead for a 3-yard gain in the first down.
That's one of the newer plays they brought into the playoffs. They also threw a swing pass to Peyton, remember. Double wing set here. Straight one back is Peyton. T.Y. around the corner, gets a block. Giles, 45, runs over the safety at the 40 and got 6 more. Tyrone Ross is running as hard as I've ever seen him. And he runs pretty hard because he's 5'8", he's 186, and he runs like a fire hydrant at times.
And he runs hard, as you mentioned. He cuts the ball back on the reverse, on the wing back slot play, and he comes back near side, and he just runs right over Jordan Jones and Trockton Tompo, trying to bring him down in the secondary.
Lee is grinding the clock now. It will get under 3 here on the snap. Simpson far side, Stewart on him. Offset eye at the Trinity 39, 21-7, Robert E. Lee with the ball. Josh Hill, T.Y. counter Trey, nudges down close to the 35. I think he has a first down. Jonah Murphy with a lead block. And Lee is controlling the offensive line of scrimmage right now.
Running right behind Banks and company on the left side. Get a great push, and T.Y. just falls behind their rear ends, and they have another first down, as you mentioned, and Lee's moving right back down the field after a great stop.
So now the ball is just outside the Trinity 35. Steve Lineweaver is about 20 yards on the line of scrimmage. I think he's upset because one of his players is hurt. That is Lolapai Tebi, the very impressive 6'1", 229 senior, who was the Dallas Morning News Defensive Player of the Week last week for his performance against Summit. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 21-7, Robert E. Lee. Back in a moment on KTBB.
Man, are we going to take every lap full speed? Yeah! Are we going to trade paint without fear? Yeah! Are we going to brush our hair 100 times a day and condition after every shampoo and choose the right hair color to match our skin tone? Tim?
Terry, I'm an autumn.
I'm a spring. Now let's go out there and win one!
Supercuts, proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
In the game of life, there are no timeouts, only time wasted. The path you choose now determines your future. But where can you go to find a sense of purpose? There is a place where team spirit steps off the field and into the classroom, where no victory goes unnoticed, and there's no such thing as wasted time. That place is Tyler Junior College, living life in color, never black and white. Come to Tyler Junior College. We're changing the game. We're changing lives.
Hello, my name is George Faber, and I'm the Visual and Performing Arts Director for TISD. It is my pleasure to serve as the administrator of many fine award-winning programs in our district from kindergarten through high school, as well as work with many highly qualified teachers. Our main goal is to help students receive a well-rounded education of mind, body, and soul to promote the integration of arts into math, science, reading, English, and social studies. You're watching TISD football on Cox.
2 minutes, 40 seconds. They get Lepetti Tevi off. Looked like he might have hurt his shoulder. Lee has a 1st and 10 at the Trinity 36. 21-7. Offset eye. T.Y. the deep back. They run T.Y. bounces outside. Breaks the initial hit, but does lean down inside the 35. Colt with a pull, but not much there. Gain of a couple, and it was Vaitai, Sione Vaitai, the 6', 190-pound senior safety, who makes a nice open field stop.
Running the counter play off the left tackle. Once again, Lee's going to depend on the big men up front to get a nice push and be very patient with Tyrone running the ball and Peyton running the ball. No big hurry here. They really don't have to throw the football. They would like to get points here on this drive. It would be humongous if they do so.
It's one of those things, they're running the ball well enough. Not like a McNeil game or Berkner, where you might have a play action sometime soon, but you also want to make sure you don't put up that thing where it can be in trouble. Now they will. Oh, he's got a man deep. Josh gets around the corner, scrambles, 45-30. Oh, great hit back block by Price. He got about 3. Initially, Josh Hill is down on the sideline. You're going to have to pull him out with a crowbar. And he got dinged up. Remember, he's had a couple of hits in the head this year. His brother Preston just says it makes him smarter. Peyton Price had a great peel back block. And here's 3rd and 4. And Josh comes back on the field. Remember the Longview game, he really took a couple of tough hits to the head. At the 30, he picked up 4 yards that time. He has 41 yards on 6 carries. Simpson far side, Stewart man-to-man. Murphy the tight end. Giles the H-back, Peyton Price up the middle, breaks a tackle, 30, 20, inside the 20. First down, Robert E. Lee. 49 seconds to go, 3rd quarter, and a couple of Trinity players barely getting up off the ground, a gain of 10.
Boy, Peyton Price just has the will to win tonight. He gets hit and breaks 3 or 4 tackles, just pushing hard down the field, keeps his legs churning, and showing that strength and that desire as he gets in the red zone for Robert E. Lee, and another first down for Lee on the drive.
40 seconds, clock continues to run as Lee now down inside the Trinity 20 at the 18-yard line. Giles, the H-back, straight eye with Price and T.Y. Tight end is Murphy. Snap, T.Y. right tackle, 15, jukes. Inside the 15, squirts down to the 10. Very close to another first down. Lolatai was there, but he also got a little bit of that, well, Saron Black kind of made another nice block, didn't he?
Yeah, pulling from the left side to the right. He opens the doors. He knocks Jordan Jones off his feet. Vaitai comes up to make the hit, and he pounds right over him, and he has help too from Tonkin Taupo and Daniel Hewitt for Trinity.
And the end of 3. Robert E. Lee 21, Trinity 7. Lee will have 2nd down and 1 inside the Trinity 10. Right here from Texas Stadium on News Talk 600 KTBB.
For the best treats and eats and hottest winning in Texas, you gotta go to DQ. Only DQ's got the classic 4-piece all-white chicken strip country basket served with fries, Texas toast, and the best green gravy anywhere for just $3.99. Only DQ's got a cool creamy banana split made with DQ soft serve for $1.99. And only DQ's got the peel away giveaway game where you can win food, treat prizes, or your chance to win a brand new Dodge Ram 1500 Lone Star Edition pickup.
Here's a question. If you needed your insurance, who would you call? Not the name of the company, but the name of the person. You've got 2 seconds. Coming up blank, you may want to consider Allstate. You'd have a local agent you can count on, a licensed professional whose name you know, not just a number. You deserve a relationship with a real person.
For all your insurance needs, call the McIntyre Insurance Agency in the Albertson Shopping Center.
Hello, my name is Donna Duncan. I am a teacher at Robert E. Lee High School. I teach English 3 and English 4 and am Dean of the School of Government Law and Communication. I have taught and worked for TISD for 27 years, and you're watching TISD football on Cox.
We start the 4th quarter. Robert E. Lee has a 2nd down and a yard at the Trinity 10. Hill, Peyton, first down, leans inside the 10, down to the 7. He got 4. And it's 1st and goal Lee as Alex Kosrar made the stop. And I want to say thank you to all the sponsors who have been a part of Lee football throughout this year. And also we want to say good luck to Derek Lowe, who's in the hospital at East Texas Medical Center. His mother, Vicki Fonfera, is the Lee Fieldhouse mom, one of 2 of them. And she's had a tough couple of weeks, and this football team of Lee has really given Derek some inspiration as he comes back from a tragic accident when he's crippled below the neck. Derek, we're thinking about you. T.Y. inside the 5, scoots down to the 3. Sometimes you never know what a football program can do for one person who's not even a part of the program, or for a town that's been through a tragedy. Remember Killeen back in '91?
Yep.
And there have many others. T.Y. got 3 down to the 3.
On the prior play, David, Saron Black hit Nuate so hard it knocked his helmet off, and it went back 5 yards as he had a nice lead block on the Peyton Price run.
Minute into the fourth quarter, power I formation at the 3. Tight end far side. T.Y. left tackle, touchdown! He ran over the safety, truck and tumble, and they went behind Saron and Black Jr., Sam Banks. It's 27-7. Robert E. Lee up by 20. Blake Larman, the center, also got just around the corner of Tuali Lolatai that time, and here comes the extra point.
Tyron Ross just forges behind his line and picks his spot, patiently runs in and extends the ball over the goal line, and Lee is up by 3 scores now.
10:53 to go. Cole skates, snap from Giles. Preston Hill, the hold, the kick is good. And Cole Skates, who's made some big plays on defense, 4 for 4 tonight with the extra points. 10:53 to go. Robert E. Lee 28, Trinity 7, back in 60 seconds from Texas Stadium on News Talk 600 KTBB.
For the best treats and eats and hottest winning in Texas, you gotta go to DQ. Only DQ's got the classic 4-piece all-white chicken strip country basket served with fries, Texas toast, and the best green gravy anywhere for just $3.99. Only DQ's got a cool creamy banana split made with DQ soft serve for $1.99. And only DQ's got the peel away giveaway game where you can win food, treat prizes, or your chance to win a brand new Dodge Ram 1500 Lone Star Edition pickup.
Car shopping can be stressful. With all the clutter out there, it's hard to tell what to buy. But at Jim Lozier's Fire Station Auto Center, we believe that the simplest way is the best way. So we offer a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to sell with no hassles. Each vehicle has been through a 20-point inspection for quality assurance. You can shop in comfort under the awnings and check out our newly expanded lot with more inventory than ever before. Jim Lozier's Fire Station Auto Center on the corner of Glenwood and Vine and Tyler.
Men, I think our racing team needs to reflect our Supercut sponsorship. So, make some changes. First off, we're going to go to clear helmets so racing fans can see your fine Supercut hair.
Those are made out of glass.
Y'all be careful. Second, uniform change.
How are we supposed to drive? There's no armholes.
I haven't figured that one out yet, but we're working on it.
Man, I'm out of here.
Fellas,
you're out of your mind. That's not
where are you going?
Supercuts, proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
Can you drive a stick?
10 minutes, 53 seconds to go, and the Lee defense has made their plays. The Lee offense has gotten real stingy with the clock, haven't they, Randy?
Yo, you bet. 13 plays, 72 yards in 7 minutes and 4 seconds as they took the ball over off the 4th down stop at 5:58 of the 3rd quarter and track into the 4th quarter to take the lead.
Here comes Johnson, swift kick, bouncing around and takes a high hop. It's Dabble at the 10. He will not make it to the 20 because of several players. Uzel, Sherfield, down at the bottom of that pile. And Colby Ray and Lance Heap. And Lance Heap all of a sudden looks like he's coming out of a Deliverance movie with that beard he's grown.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to speak too soon, David, but Lee has yet to commit a penalty on this game. That's 2 consecutive weeks where they've taken through 3 quarters with no penalties. What a flawless ball game they played today, offensively and now defensively, as they've turned up the pressure in the second half.
If they commit one now, you and I are going to the ground.
Oh, well.
1st and 10, it's a great moment. Great
bet.
All right, Lee now forcing Vitito in the shotgun. Rolls right, wants to do a pump and go. Throwing sideline pass, Cotwell to the 25. He goes backwards and will lose a 1st down. DeHaven, Stripling, Micah Johnson, Van Zandt, Cuba. There were 7 Lee players around the pile when he went down. He did pick up 5 yards, though, on the 1st down.
Well, of course, the pace was set with a big turnover on Trinity's initial drive of the second half. The pickoff and the return by Stripling has really set the stage for the rest of the second half as each team has kind of bounced off each other and Lee is taking control of the ball game.
2nd down and 5. Trinity in the shotgun. Vitito, Hanby far side. Shotgun snap, swing past Nance, bounces outside, turns the corner. 35-30, 1st down, knocked out of bounds by Cuba, or not, Quentin Nicholson, and they got Cole Skates kind of tied up that time. They've done that a couple of different times. Gain of 15, but that's just a very well-schemed play.
It is, and Colt is trying with all his might to get around the block, and a nice turnout block by the end on that side of the field for Trinity. That would be Rico Hammock, makes a nice block on him and enabling his tailback to pick up 15 yards.
Out to just inside the Trinity 40, 28-7 lead. 10 minutes exactly to go, fourth quarter. Hanby far side motion, shotgun snap, delay fake. Vitito over the middle, pass, drop. I think Dominique Van Zandt may have just gotten in the well of the quarterback that time, as he was intended for Rico Hammock, who has been held out with just one catch for 9 yards.
Hammock runs a 10-yard curl pattern right at the start, midfield here at Texas Stadium, and he stops, and the pass all of a sudden is off trajectory just a little bit by that play by Dominique Van Zandt to ward the ball off, and it goes right behind him out of his wickets at his backside, incomplete.
Second down, Welch and Hammock near side. Lee with a cover 2 on the near side, and Vitito almost picked off again by Stripling. He was trying to find Hammock, but the nightmare wearing number 17 for Robert E. Lee got in between the quarterback and receiver. Johnson on coverage, it's 3rd and 10.
And fortunately for Vitito, the ball sailed on him and went a little high in there. Another step up the field by Stripling in a leap, and he would have pulled it down and went 35 the other way. But Lee now forcing another 3rd down and long upcoming for Trinity.
And you forced a team that likes to run the football to go into a shotgun formation. 3rd down. Hammock all the way to the near side. I'm not sure he's set. He now is. Here's the shotgun Vitito. Back to throw. Sideline pass. Caught at the 45. Short of the first down. Great coverage by Micah Johnson. And Stripling was there again. The pass was caught by number 16, Tommy Telson. Gain of 6. But it's now 4th down and 4 for Trinity. And the clock runs with 9:32 to go.
Nice coverage. Pretty good execution up front for Trinity on their blocking. The line helps protect Vitito. He throws the ball out to the near side, but Lee's right there in their coverage scheme, giving just a little bit, but not letting them get a first down on a big 3rd down play.
Well, if you're Steve Lineweaver and Trinity, they have to go for it down by 21. The Lee crowd up on their feet. Scroggins in motion. Lee brings the blitz, and now they call timeout, which might have been fortunate because Jason Stripling was coming from the backside. Timeout Trinity. 9:05 to go. 28-7. Robert E. Lee back in 30 seconds on KTBB Tyler Longview.
To see this sign on your house, put this sign out front. Century 21 Advantage. Call or visit our website.
In the game of life, there are no timeouts, only time wasted. The path you choose now determines your future. But where can you go to find a sense of purpose? There is a place where team spirit steps off the field and into the classroom, where no victory goes unnoticed, and there's no such thing as wasted time. That place is Tyler Junior College. Living life in color, never black and white. Come to Tyler Junior College. We're changing the game. We're changing lives.
Man, are we going to take every lap full speed?
Yeah!
Are we going to trade paint without fear?
Yeah!
Are we going to brush our hair 100 times a day and condition after every shampoo and choose the right hair color to match our skin tone? Tim?
Terry, I'm an autumn.
I'm a spring. Now let's go out there and win one!
Supercuts, proud sponsor of Fitz Bradshaw Racing.
There was a 4th down that Trinity had to make 11 weeks ago to salvage their 42-39 lead against Lee. But they had the lead, and Lee's defense had been worn down by then. And Lineweaver went for it. They made it and ran out the clock. This is a completely different situation. They're down 21. 9:05 to go, and the Lee defense has been pitching a shutout since late in the first quarter. The center is Dustin Simmons. Welch goes motion. Lee backs off a corner. Here comes the blitz from Stripling. Vitito. Jason! Gets away. Still not down. Round the corner. Stopped at the 42-yard line. Sam Banks but Jason Stripling is the one that forced him out of the pocket. And guys, can you get any better coverage downfield?
Excellent coverage downfield as Stripling wrings his neck, but Benito somehow gets away, squirms free, runs back to the far side. 4 Red Raiders on his tail end, and they stop him and sack him for a loss. And Lee's offense takes over with a 3-score lead, David.
8 minutes, 55 seconds to go in this game. Robert E. Lee 28, Trinity 7, and because of the sack, Robert E. Lee will have the ball at the Trinity 42-yard line. And the defense has played out of their gourd in this game because of the passion of what happened 11 weeks ago. Andrew Bailey, the center, offset eye. Peyton Price up the middle, 40, 35, 30, first down. And Hewitt saved the touchdown, and so did Tronkin Tompo and Peyton Price, playing with all of that passion for his buddy, down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Running with reckless abandon, he just takes off, finds a little seam right up the gut. Good blocking on the left side by Banks and company, and he pushes ahead, and it takes 2 guys deep in the secondary, led by Tompo, to bring him down.
We talk a lot about Black and Banks, but I tell you, Larman, Culp, Collins, Bailey, and Christian and Davenport have been huge throughout the playoffs. Offset eye at the 27, T.Y. left tackle, lead block. Just inside the 25, they try to grab at it. The ball comes loose, and number 4 came up with it. That's Sione Vaitai, but he was already down, and T.Y. he's now at 21 carries for 90 yards, Randy. Nothing extraordinary, but I think this is one of his greatest games ever because of the tough inside the tackles running.
Very workmanlike. He brings his lunch pail with him today. He's not taking a lunch break in this one, and he just works real hard for every yard that he gets, and he shows that attitude that Lee has right now in this ballgame.
Under 8 minutes to go, 4th quarter. 28-7 lead. Offset eye, Giles, the J-back here. Here's the handoff. T.Y. bounces outside, now in trouble, and will have to go down at the 30. Lost about 4. Alex Koshrar with a nice play that time, and T.Y.'s helmet comes off yet again. He's going to have to find a new chin strap. But if he runs like he's run today, T.Y. just keep on doing that one, buddy. And I think he's a little bit wobbly, folks. I think T.Y. is hurt. Saron Black, I don't know if he knows where he is. I think T.Y. is completely, look at he's all right. I don't think he is. He doesn't know where he is right now. I think Lee needs to take a timeout. T.Y. is completely dizzy, and the official now is just now starting to see it. I tell you, one of the teammates kept signaling. Saron kept on patting him on the head, and they will attend to T.Y. Weldon Thompson, the great training staff, Peyton Mullins, and Jason Williams, the junior, and the heir apparent, number 34, with 110 carries, 658 yards this year, and 6 touchdowns.
This would be a good time, really, to just get another 7 or 8 yards, if not a first down, to set up a nice field goal try to extend this lead and really put it out of reach.
Under 7 minutes to go, the good news for Lee as Peyton Price checks out is the clock starts to run again because there was no timeout. 3rd and 11 at the 28 of Trinity. Williams, the lone setback. They run the stretch, left tackle. He will lean down to the 27, just a couple of yards. And now Mike Owens with the clock at 6:36. You let the clock go down as far as you can. Siosai Miyakioli with the stop along with Jones for Trinity. And now Mike Owens has the great kicker in Cole Skates. 6:20 to go, clock running. Play clock is down to 20, and I think what they're going to do here, well, it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down and about 9 from the Trinity 27-yard line. Williams, by the way, picked up 4 on his first carry of the game. Clock now down inside 10. They're going to have to take a timeout with 5 seconds to go. Bush, clock at 1. He got the snap off. Now a flag down. They set up the screen, and he's going to be sacked. And I don't know about that. It just had mass confusion from the beginning. There's also a flag down, but that's going to be declined for procedure. And I really think I like the field goal opportunity with Cole Skates, but what Mike may be thinking is a long field goal, a low trajectory, and you turn this thing around. So, but the only problem there is that you just lost 15 yards on the sack. But Josh did a great job of holding on to the football. Trinity now with 5 minutes, 54 seconds to go. And Lee had 3 timeouts remaining. It would have been really nice to have one there. Hey, a score in the SEC championship game. Auburn had a 14-0 lead on Tennessee. That game is now 21-21 in the third quarter. Oklahoma 21, Colorado nothing in the Big 12 championship game in the second quarter. So let's see. Trinity gets very nice field position after that chaotic fourth down play, as they had a receiver line up on the wrong side. Justin Simmons, a tackle or defensive end for Lee. Vitito shotgun snap. They run the reverse, go, Hammock's got some room. Takarian Cuba tracks him down and runs him down. He breaks that tackle, breaks another one. Against the grain, inside the Lee 40. Little momentum shift, gain of 23 here. 5:43 to go, and Cole Skates eventually is the one who makes that play, but Takarian Cuba came from the far side. It looks like he might have hurt his ankle. No time right now to hold your head low after they got 23 on the reverse to Hammock. Trinity now in a hurry-up offense. Vitito, wide receiver screen, and they lose a yard. Jason Stripling knocks Davila down for a loss. And that was if that ball pops up in the air at all, Jason's going the distance.
Kick the other way. On the prior play, it looked like Hammock wanted to throw the ball initially, and his receiver was covered, so he tucked it and ran, and Cuba helped to run him down after the long gainer.
So Davila has his first catch. He's been pretty involved tonight. Back to throw Vitito. Over the middle, now pressured by McKenzie. Going deep, Cuba in coverage, pass incomplete. Oh man, that was a receiver. Trey Welch got just a little bit away from Cuba. I think Takarian has an injured shoulder or ankle, but he was in the way and he just couldn't make a cut, and Welch got a little open at the end, but that ball goes incomplete. It's 3rd and 12.
Well, credit Cuba for picking him up down the field, because Welch was running free at the 10, and Cuba comes up at about the 7 and catches up with him, and the pass was just a little awry for a diving Trey Welch to pick up incomplete.
5 minutes, 8 seconds remaining, fourth quarter. Preston Hill in at safety now for Robert E. Lee on the far side. Vitito back to throw shotgun. Steps up, pass over the head of Hanby, who got a little bit open on the far side, but again, that time pressure from Jacoby McKenzie. Up the middle along with Sherfield. Check that was Lacey. Osborne. Was it Osborne? It was Osborne or Lacey, excuse me. Boy, 66 and 68 with those sides of those two kids. Both of them play so hard. Here's Trinity now in what could be the game for them, Randy, on 4th and 11 at the Lee 39, down 21, 5:03 to go.
Without question, they have to get a first down here. If Lee makes a stop, they can pretty much just run out the clock and salt it away.
Vitito shotgun, Itiaki in the backfield. Here comes the blitz. Steps up, tripped up, gets away, throws downfield, batted down by Cole Skates. He was forced out of the pocket as Lee brought the kitchen sink and the plumber and a little liquid Drano, and he throws it. Sam Banks forces the pressure, and Cole Skates knocks it down, and the Lee defense with another 4th down stop.
And Lee just puts the pressure on Vitito. He gets away. Very admirable job from the quarterback. Then tries to throw the ball in vain, and Cole Skates times the leap perfectly 7 yards downfield, bats it down, and Lee with another huge 4th down stop in the second half, their second one.
But the receiver was covered anyway, I think, by Quet Nicholson. Offset eye, Lee at the 39. Jason Williams, the deep back. Peyton Price up the middle, almost broke loose. Got outside the 42 to the 3, got 4 yards, and now the clock becomes the 12th man for this Lee football team that's trying to do something they have never done before, and that is to reach the state championship game. 2nd down and 6. Peyton Price comes out. Has he been a difference maker on this football team with that explosive ability at fullback? And Brad Royal checks in here, offset eye. 2nd and 6. It's hammer time to Jason Williams. Run the stretch, bounces outside 40, 45, gain of about 4 more. Nice lead block by 55, Andrew Bailey. Mayaki, Oppo, and Jones. Jordan Jones has played a really nice game for Lineweaver's team. Gain of 3, 3rd and 3. 4 minutes to go, fourth quarter, 28-7. And they'll bring out, nope, there's an injury. There's a player for Trinity down, and we're back from Texas Stadium in 60 seconds on KTBB.
Here's a question. If you needed your insurance, who would you call? Not the name of the company, but the name of the person. You've got 2 seconds. Coming up blank, you may want to consider Allstate. you'd have a local agent you can count on, a licensed professional whose name you know, not just a number. You deserve a relationship with a real person.
For all your insurance needs, call the McIntyre Insurance Agency in the Albertson Shopping Center.
The injured Trinity player, 56, is Miyaki Oppo, and he is back out of the game. Looked like he might have hurt his shoulder, and he's been playing so hard. And Trinity's defense has got to stop Lee here, and Robert E. Lee can put a little salt in the wound with a first down. Tight end, far side. 3rd and 2. Hill. Royal. Chugs. No, he didn't make it. Got a yard. They had Brad Royal in that time along with Williams, and Price and T.Y. getting the break with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. The clock will run. They have not yet started the play clock. And so Lee will be able to take this snap all the way down inside 3 minutes before they take a snap on 4th down and 2 at their own 47-yard line. And you know what? Mike Owens sends Josh Hill onto the field. And he's going to wait till it gets down to 1. Great coaching job.
Oh, yeah.
And Josh will call timeout, and he does. 2 minutes, 54 seconds to go. 28-7 Lee. We're back in 60 seconds on News Talk 600 KTBB.
Okay, we'd like you to try 2 frozen lattes. One is from a national chain of coffee shops, and the other is new from Dairy Queen.
This one's fantastic.
Looks like you chose the new DQ Latte. Great. Okay, you can give it back now.
Test is over. Let her go.
The new DQ Mulate Frozen Blended Coffee, made with creamy DQ soft serve in 3 tempting flavors. Grab one and DQ something different.
Likes it a lot.
Mike Owens just wanted to waste that time and then get his team regrouped to snap the punt. Josh Hill is back deep. He has 1 punt for 48 yards. 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in this game. 28-7 Robert E. Lee. Up back is Peyton Price. 4th and 2. John Giles will snap from the Lee 47. Snap. Not much pressure, gets it off and turns it over like a spiral. Welch fields it at his 10, goes back inside the 10, and he's got no chance to outrun as fast a coverage team as you'll see. Giles, the snapper, Kobe Ray, Nick Mitchell, George Faber, and Lance Heap all were there, and so is Jacob Amy. A 44-yard spiral and a 4-yard return, and Trinity starts this drive at their 13-yard line.
You got to give credit to Trey Welch, too, for fielding the ball over the shoulder, inside his 10, probably against the better judgment of his coaches, but he turns around, tries to get upfield, and a wave of 5 red shirts swarm over him to bring him down. Nice punt coverage for Lee once again.
Lee, 2 years ago, faced somebody that had beaten them during the regular season in A&M Consolidated and beat them here in the playoffs 21-17. They're trying to repeat it. Vitito rolls, throws, pass, knocked down to Carrion Q. Oh, Preston Hill was there, the safety. He was looking for Rico Hammock, but Preston Hill, who came in for Cuba, came over and knocked him loose, and it's 2nd down and 10. Also, by the way, remember that Robert E. Lee back in '98 had the thing turned on him. They had beaten Plano 27-3 in Plano and then lost 31-14 here. So they're 1-1 when it comes to rematch. Now Mike Owens' team when he was at Jefferson lost to beat Aldi, not MacArthur. Randy then came back and lost in the postseason. Vitito back to throw, shotgun, steps up over the middle, almost picked off. Matt Uzel almost got a pick. I mean, hey, why not? Because 2 weeks ago, Trevor Reed had the fumble recovery. Last week, it was Bo Bambry. And these are the guys who took a beating 11 weeks ago against Trinity, and they have made huge plays throughout the night. Craig.
Yeah, I've noticed something now with a 3-touchdown lead. I'm noticing a lot of the big guys on the Trinity offensive line are sitting there trying to harass James Wilson and also some of the D linemen for Robert E. Lee, and they're sitting there trying to push on him when the referee's not looking and getting a little 15-yard personal foul call. It's not working, but the referees talked to both sides and told them to calm down.
Well, they should have been pushing Lee a little bit more during the regular play. Vitito back to throw, pressured by Banks. Oh, my goodness, he was almost picked off. by Sam Banks, who he throws it back on a screenplay, and Lance Heath was there. And everybody read their assignments, didn't they, Randy?
Well, exactly right. What they've done the last couple of series is that Trevor Vitito, with this great percentage, has been shut down. The last 7 or 8 passes have been incomplete, and you got to credit the secondary and the defensive line for putting the pressure on, and great coverage for Lee. And Trinity's going to punt the ball.
Back to punt is the kicker, Jones. Hey, Vitito had 60 yards passing in the first half. He now has 37 in the second half. Here's a fake punt, and a flag comes down. I think the center may have bobbed it. Hey, listen to this, Randy. Here's his second half. Now, he got hot there for a little bit. He hit passes for -4, for 11. He was picked off, 10, 5, and 15. But since that time, incomplete, incomplete, gain of 6, -1, incomplete, 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 incomplete.
Shut down mode, lockdown mode. Lee has done it, and Trinity's going to try to fake. I don't know if they punt the ball, punt it away. They're basically surrendering the contest, and with 3 scores behind and 2 minutes left, Lee has just taken it to him in the second half with great defensive play and a humongously long drive of 7 minutes to boot.
On September 17th of this season, Euless Trinity ran for 377 yards against Lee's outman defense with 4 starters injured. Stripling, Van Zant, DeHaven, and Skates. It also was following a very emotional loss that Lee had at Abe Martin Stadium to Lufkin. Tonight, Trinity's offensive line, the ones who they call the stars of this team, their running attack has gained 122 yards. 51 in the second half. They took a running team and they turned them one-dimensional in the one dimension that they can't stand. 4th down from their 7, and they got to go for it. They need the 25. Back to throw Vitito. Going deep, he's got a man, pass, caught and dropped. And that's it. Robert E. Lee just has to take their time. Nick Mitchell was on Rico Hammock. And guys,
we're going to San Antonio, baby.
Robert E. Lee will have the ball at the Trinity 8-yard line, 28-7 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in this game. And they're at the Trinity 8, and they can go put one more dart or one more nail in the coffin. And this is a program that, while all the others that they've been in the district with, Texarkana, John Tyler, and the great run that they had in the 90s, the state championship appearance in 2000, Marshall won it in 90, Longview played for it in 97. Robert E. Lee, the one program that just couldn't quite have a big enough engine. Well, here's Jason Williams, left tackle, inside the 10, squeezes down to the 5, and the little engine that couldn't is all of a sudden
is going to do it.
Well, this is a pretty nice night for Mike Owens and his coaching staff. This coaching staff with Peyton Mullins and Jay Law, Dow Wynn, Jerry Reed, Willie Williams, Gary Fleet, Darrell Turner, Randy Huffstigler, Paul Fry, Elgin Johnson, Mike Pirtle, and I don't know how many other. I don't want to miss anybody.
Well, Randy
Jerry
Huffstigler,
Reed.
he just walked by pumping his fist as he heads down to the sidelines to be with his team.
Because everybody in the rest of the area always said, yeah, but you've never been to state. Robert E. Lee's on their way to state. Here's Brad Royal inside the 5, down inside the 1. Minute 28 to go. They just have to walk it down now, baby. 28-7, Robert E. Lee, and we will be at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio next Saturday. It's a noon kickoff. Our pregame will start at 11 o'clock. And by the way, we have special news for you on the opportunity for those of you who go to have a chance to listen to our broadcast even in San Antonio. So stay tuned for news on that, thanks to our incredibly good sponsors. Hey, Craig, what's it like on the sideline, buddy?
Well, I can barely hear you, I'll tell that, and I got the volume all the way up on here on this radio. It's absolutely amazing. You can see the coaches, they know they've got it, something they've been working so hard for, the players with big smiles all across their faces. I mean, you heard the Lee fans in the stands saying, nah, hey, goodbye. You know, they wanted a lot of revenge against Trinity. They've got it. Not only that, but it's even sweeter because they're going to state for the first time.
Well, they are. And it all started in '96 when Mike Owens took over a program that had really struggled. They were 3-7, and they weren't very good. They were terrible.
Yeah, they were bad.
I mean, God bless them, they played hard, but they didn't win a district game.
Yeah.
And this is the greatest formation in football, the victory formation. Snap, take a knee. Josh Hill does that. And Lee is celebrating because for the first time in school history, Robert E. Lee, as Mike Owens just got a big old bucket full of Gatorade. Robert E. Lee is on their way to the state championship. They got to take one more snap. '97, they made the playoffs. We hear about the 5 years they couldn't get past the second round. Then it was the semifinals, lost to Midland here. Quarterfinals, lost to Woodlands here. Semifinals, 10, 9. Josh Hill takes a knee, goes down, and this one is over. Robert E. Lee has won 28-7, and they're on their way to the Class 5A state championship game. First time in program history, and there's mass celebration on the field where their season has ended so many times. Craig Smoke with Mike Owens.
Coach Owens, people can say how they want to, but the one thing this program hasn't done is go to the state championship game. Just tell me what you feel like right now.
Well, I feel relieved right now just to get by this one because they were a good football team, I'm telling you. Our defense stepped up and played great second half. So did our offense.
I'll talk about that defense a little more. In the first game when you played Trinity, Stripling, Skates, DeHaven, Van Zant out. Stripling might have had the play of the game and that 57-yard interception return. Just talk about their performance today.
Well, I tell you, the thing is, they've gotten so much better at throwing the football than they did the first time. It was a scary deal out there. They're an excellent football team and a lot of class.
Tyrone Ross came in here with a little bit of a weak knee. He jammed it up last week. Talk about the offense. They look crisp. They look clean. They look almost perfection. No penalties by your ball club, and that's something that was hard in the first half of the year.
Right, that's what I say. I think we're getting better at what we do. We were much more physical this week than we have been. Of course, we're playing a better football team than we played the last 3 weeks, so you have to step up and play physical or get beat.
All right, Coach, next week you play, sounds like Westfield in San Antonio. What are you going to tell your team, and what are you going to do to celebrate?
Well, that's the first I've heard of it, so Westfield won, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, we're not going to do much to celebrate. We're just going to go try to practice, get ready to play.
All right, congratulations, Coach.
Mike Owens, job well done to you and your staff and to the Lee football program. They're on their way to the Class 5A state championship against Spring Westfield, a team that knocked them out of the 1993 playoffs 21-3 at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Craig, if you wouldn't mind, they are about to present. Let's go ahead and hear what Mike has to say as he surrounds his team, and they're going to present him with the trophy. Here it is. You're very welcome, sir. Congratulations, guys. For the first time ever, you can hear the players.
Hold it with both hands. Like me. Good job, Coach.
The players of Lee around their head coach, who they love to death, saying, we're going to the show. And yes, they are.
That's as good a football game as I've seen any team play that we've ever had here. Great hand-up job. Did it when you had to do it. Very physical, stripping worthy. God almighty, son, that was good. That damn come down the game around.
Thanks for watching High School Football. Presented by TISD and Cox Communications of Tyler. Brought to you by Dairy Queen and Supercuts. Also brought to you by these sponsors: